surprise us. I'm predicting a surprise.
Wow. Bold.
Right.
Yeah. I'm with you, Connor. Jalen Connor's the guy that I want big time, but I have a feeling that he's going to be gone by the time they get there. All this falling Jalen Carter thing, I think it's been reversed. We'll see.
Yeah, I agree. Everything changes all the time so quickly. Like Hutch was supposed to go number 1 overall until like a week before the draft last year, and then it was like I don't know. It all changes. It's so hard to track and guess accurately.
The news cycle just jumps up to like 11 in the last weeks. Everything, so many rumors, conflicting. You could find, and every theory you want to find, you can find.
Yeah, Big Z alluded to it in our chat earlier today, but some of it's definitely like just false smoke screens. And
the big one right now is DeAndre Hopkins and the Cardinals trading up, or the Cardinals, trading out of the 3 spot to the Titans. With DeAndre Hopkins included in that trade. Dov Kleiman, who can be, he's a NFL insider, but conflicting reports. He's saying that they are close to a deal. Ian Rappaport said there has been a lot of discussions with the Titans and the Cardinals, but nothing has come to fruition yet. I think we'll see when the third
before the pick is made.
Well, right. I think there are serious, they're going to wait to see if their guy is there. The Titans, and all accounts is like they have a guy ready to go that they're all in for, but they just need to confirm that he's there. So is that Will Levis? Is that Anthony Richardson? I think Anthony Richardson is kind of like maybe a slightly better version of Malik Willis. So I'd be shocked.
I could see Anthony falling further than we think. I feel like he was so hyped up that
it could happen, but I just have a feeling someone's gonna fall in love with his measurables.
Knowing the Colts and their history of cursed franchise quarterbacks since Peyton, I think they could go for him, and it might not end well. We'll see.
So what's everyone's gut? Like, does anyone have a gut feeling on who it's gonna be?
Really quick.
Anderson.
Just really quick. Also, the betting odds have gone heavily, like minus 2,000 towards CJ Stroud going to number 2 in this draft. People thought that the Texans wouldn't be going to quarterback, so that's good news for the Lions if the quarterback goes. Before 6, unless there's Lions fans out there hoping for Stroud.
Does anyone else have a gut feeling? Anyone got a strong vibe on what it's going to be?
Well, the mock seems to be heading towards us taking Witherspoon, which I hope doesn't happen. But,
the odds are heavy for Witherspoon right now. It's like minus 300, and coming into today it was like even odds. So the betting market is really leaning into.
I have a hard time believing it. Like everyone kind of panicked after the Okudah thing, but I don't think that really changes their plans. I don't think Okudah was
no, but I just don't think. I just would rather not take a cornerback that high in the draft, not because of Okudah. Just I'd rather get some big linemen.
Me too, Bob. Like someone else, I just heard someone talking about how, like, cornerback's one of the most injured positions in the league, and like that's just like the same conundrum you get at running back. Plus, it's harder to learn. Like running backs, usually you're going to get that production immediately. Cornerbacks, you might have to wait a couple of years, and they might get injured. I don't know. I don't feel cornerback that high. And I don't think any of them are rated that high.
You have to wait that long for Sauce Gardner to perform. He did pretty well right out there.
Right, but I don't think anyone rates that high in this draft. I don't think you have a Sauce Gardner level player in this draft. Like,
well, let me ask you this then: is there
I would agree
defensive lineman aside from Carter and maybe Tyree Wilson that's worthy of the pick there? And say those guys.
Will Anderson?
I'd take Kansas.
He's not a D lineman.
Kalijah.
Hold on, one at a time. Wait, what was that, UJ?
D lineman. Is there a D lineman up there worthy of a 6 pick other than Carter and maybe Tyree Wilson?
Well, Rud Dog says Cansey. I don't think anyone else agrees with that.
I think Cansey. I think Van Ness wouldn't make me mad.
I would say no.
Like a surprise like Nolan Smith wouldn't make me mad.
If you're not looping edge in together, I would say no. Like not personally.
Yeah, I'd be I like Van Ness a lot. Number 6 is high. It's a tough one. It's a
Yeah.
tough one. I mean, some people out there don't even think Witherspoon's the best cornerback in this draft. Some people
Yeah.
Carter,
That's
some
a-
people-
That's the thing. I think we could get a cornerback at 18.
Yeah.
Or Joey Porter Jr. or somebody.
48.
Or
I want to build
Stroud.
to the D line. I'd rather reach for D line and then grab the cornerback. Honestly, I want D line that badly.
Well,
yeah.
that's kind of what I'm saying. Like all those guys, I'd rather take
Ivy
Nolan
Gardner.
Smith before I
Who's that?
took Devin Witherspoon personally, or something like that.
Yeah,
Hey,
we
if
need that quarterback run to go early. It'd be awesome.
If you guys see a kid make a pick tonight, just gently remind me that it could be a make a
I
wish.
think
kid.
they're about to make the first pick here, boys. I think we got the first pick coming up.
Yes, I got you, cuz
Because last year that was a tough look for me, and I don't want to repeat it.
that was one of the funniest moments of the pod, though. That was great.
Yes. Yeah.
I can't hear what this guy's saying, but it's probably annoying.
Eric Stone Street from Modern Family.
Never seen it.
Never seen it either.
What are you guys living in a cave?
Oh,
I mean,
it's Cam.
Bryce Young is going to go first. Do you guys think Bryce Young has a successful career?
Yes.
Why did
Yeah.
they have
Oh,
him
yeah.
announcing
Yes.
his pick?
I'd take Young if he was available at the Lions easily.
Oh yeah, if Bryce Young
Yeah.
somehow fell to 6, I would take him.
Would you take Stroud?
No,
No.
I don't believe in Stroud.
Ah.
Bob
Why
and I
do they have a
scouted him
s-
at the Northwestern Ohio State game.
We did. I think
he
that was
did
his
not look
worst
good.
game, too.
Yeah,
was
it
his
was
worst
also
game. It was
like
terrible
negative
game.
30, and it was raining.
And
sideways.
40-mile-per-hour winds.
Yeah.
But Big Z,
And he
we were
ran for
there.
90 yards in that game. So
Why are they parading the Chiefs Super Bowl trophy on the stage?
Probably
right
because
Because
they
now?
it's
won
in
the Super
Kansas
Bowl and
City.
it's in Kansas City. Come on, Red Dog.
Oh,
Yeah. Come on.
Oh man, I'm just catching up, I guess.
Are they going to bring Jackson Mahomes out?
Yeah.
You do a little
Heidi
TikTok
Gar-
dance for us.
Heidi Gardner.
I think he's at that restaurant he got in trouble.
This is going to be so awesome when the Lions win the Super Bowl this year and they get to bring the trophy out in Detroit. At the
Yeah, wouldn't that be
Super Bowl.
crazy?
Yeah,
Like
baby.
a year out from hosting is the team that wins the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You know, guys, looking at this, I think we need to draft a tight end because, like, all they're the celebrity duo of your team, and go, you know, they can make a championship winning team for years to come together, just like
Well,
Mahomes and Kelsey.
I saw a funny mock where someone only drafted tight ends for the Lions. It was kind of funny. They got a C- grade on the whole draft, which is incredible.
A C minus.
Yeah. Yeah, those things are ridiculous, the way they grade those. But well, I had Sam Laporta in my mock at 55, so we'll see.
Sam
what
Laporta
happens.
wouldn't be bad at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
I don't think any of us would be upset.
So
with that.
I would not be surprised if they draft a tight end,
Carolina's
not in
on the
the
clock.
first pick, but
At some point, you don't need to reach for tight ends early in the draft. There's so many good ones every year, right around.
Do you
like,
think?
the middle, I'd be
Do you
like,
think they take Bo Callahan here at number 1?
I watched that this morning. Draft day.
Nice.
I
Producer
just saw it for the
Kid
first time the
Day.
other day. I thought it was fun. I don't think it was like a spectacular movie, but it was really fun.
Oh, the clock has started.
It's not
gentlemen.
supposed. No, it's not supposed to be. It's just supposed to be a ridiculous movie.
Yeah,
Panthers
I agree.
are on the clock.
Trade 3 first-round picks in the morning to get them all back later.
I know.
yeah.
Without having scouted the quarterback either. They had
Mhm.
not done their due diligence and they traded 3 first-round picks for the number
He
1.
just knew that guy wasn't good news.
Yeah.
All-time movie.
All time. Oh my
Do you
goodness.
think
Right.
Richardson goes at 4 for the Colts, or
That's a good question.
if someone trades up to 3, do you think they take him at 3?
It, like,
I would
these
love that if they
coaches-
did.
Someone's gonna think they
I
can
would
turn him
too.
into the next Mahomes or better.
They did say that the Seahawks did tell Geno Smith that they could possibly draft a quarterback. That not that confirms it, but they did mention it to him as a possibility. So
I'm just so freaking excited right now.
that'd be cool if the Seahawks took a quarterback. I'd love that.
Heck
I
yeah.
can see that happening. I can't believe they're putting all that faith in Geno Smith. That just surprises me a little bit, to be honest.
Yeah, because they'll need somebody soon. He's older and he had like
Right.
an outlier year. Maybe it'll continue, but who knows?
Yeah, he had one. How long's he been in the league now? Like 10 years? And all of a sudden he has his one good year, and now we're going to give him a giant contract. I don't
think
know. It just,
He's got to be a bridge for them. I think they're looking for him to mentor someone, I would imagine.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really cool story that he got that contract, but I don't think they see him as like a long-term solution. Myself,
Like,
I don't know.
Jared Goff's a much more viable long-term prospect than Geno White. Like, he's
Do you
only
think
28.
Jared Goff's gonna ask for
Be
50
right
a
back,
year
y'all.
like Mahomes?
I'll be right back.
What was that, Connor?
Do you think he's going to ask for 50 a year like Mahomes or not Mahomes, Lamar Jackson?
I don't
That
know.
was a
Like
crazy big contract.
I
If
think
they
he
sign him at
puts
the end of the
out-
year, he
if
could.
he gets us to the playoffs next year and performs at like a arguable top 5 quarterback in the league, it's going to be hard not to pay that man.
Yeah.
But I think you could get him on a team friendly long term contract that works all that cap magic not to kill your cap.
I think so too. Like I think he knows Detroit's probably his best chance to be a really successful starter in the league. So if they do decide to keep him, I don't think he's going to ask for Lamar Jackson money or anything like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like gaudy. I can't believe they paid him that, honestly. Like his shelf life does not look that good from here, but like I just don't think
Yeah.
he's worth that money as a starting quarterback, but they do, so time will tell.
Yeah.
Well, if we get Bijan and then J-Mo comes back, then we throw for 5,000 yards Goff this year and takes him to the Super Bowl, he could get a big contract.
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
This is,
I would not
this is
have-
really
Sorry, go ahead,
random. I was thinking about this morning. When's the last time someone missed a pick? Like they just didn't get it in time.
Oh, that happened
Yeah,
a couple
it
of years ago.
recently?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That happened recently.
In
The
the last 5 or 7 years, the
Didn't
Vikings.
the Vikings do it? I
think
thought it was
you're
the
right.
Vikings that did
And
it.
they just let it lapse.
Ah,
What happens?
2003.
The next team picks and then you
20
get your
years
pick?
ago.
I think
Yeah.
you get to turn in your pick at any time, but teams ahead of you can then rush to get their picks in first.
Oh, weird.
So if like the Carolina wanted Bryce Young, but they let the 10 minutes elapse, Houston could draft Bryce Young before they got their pick.
Ah,
What
I
do you
thought you
think the
just lose
time
the
limit
pick.
is for these guys to have to turn their pick in? Like, why are they running this clock down? Like, do you think they held these guys back because the guys
Well-
like Brad Holmes last year?
Yeah, remember he got reprimanded. Running it up
Running
too
the
fast.
pick.
yeah, yeah. You can bring it in, but just don't bring it in too fast.
We
I
need this to
know.
last a little bit. Carry out the drama.
I kind of hate that the first pick goes for 10 minutes. Like they clearly know who they're drafting.
Right.
Yeah.
You would think.
The top five, the top three.
Unless they're
they
in.
should all
Well,
be
I guess
good.
they could be listening to trade offers, but didn't they trade into this? Like, so
They did.
that wouldn't even
Yeah,
apply,
they
would
did.
it? Wouldn't
They
that be
should just-
hilarious? Watch them do exactly what they did in draft day and like,
trade it back for even more than the draft got.
Yeah.
I've
Who's
acquired
who's the next
first
Mitch
overall pick.
Trubisky here?
And then
for-
somehow he'll still fall. Bryce Young will fall to where they trade down to.
Yeah.
They should have Bryce Young come up and read off the pick himself.
that would be great.
That would be awesome.
Justin, can you let me know when I'm back in?
Look at they're already suiting
You're
Bryce
in.
Young up here.
You're in. You're live.
All right, I'm back. Sorry.
We're
Well,
going live.
Looks like they're calling whoever they drafted. This
So, yeah,
mystery
Bryce-
person.
interesting how when the Panthers made this trade, Stroud was a heavy favorite, and then it changed it over to
Which I
Bryce
always thought
Young.
it should be Young myself. I thought the Stroud thing was over. Yeah, I thought he was overrated. I thought
I think the size.
I
is
mean,
the
Kid Jay,
biggest
can you
people
throw up
still
our
like.
quarterback rankings? So we all did our quarterback rankings, sent them into Kid J and made a composite list. I think we had CJ Stroud on top.
oh yeah.
I believe
That
we
was-
did. Yeah.
Composite. I had Young in my
Well, Stroud was my guy.
personal list.
Did
I
you
had
see-
Stroud higher. Who had Bryce Young higher?
I did.
Just Bob?
I had him number one.
I did, but I actually don't think I got my picks in. My bad.
Yeah, I had Stroud. I think Bryce Young looks really good, but like you just don't know how his limitations are going to affect him at the next level.
So here's our
And Stroud
sweet
just
ass,
has all the tools.
here's our sweet ass rankings. That our graphic that Justin did. So our Kid J. So kudos to him. So we had Stroud, Young, Levis, Richardson, and Hooker. My favorite bet of the night, by the way, per DraftKings, is Hendon Hooker drafted in position 31.5 over. I don't think he goes in the first round today.
No, I agree.
Hooker,
No.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, the pick is
Correct.
in.
you guys take him at 48.
Oh well, I
No.
think UJ would. He wants a quarterback in this draft, right?
I don't want Hooker though.
Okay.
He reminds me of a guy we drafted in first round from Houston years ago.
Oh,
Unfortunately, we're not going to all react at the same time because I'm sure some of us are ahead of others, depending on what we're
Oh,
watching
yeah.
on.
Oh, Bryce Young's
That's-
my height, so actually I think he's super tall. He's like really tall. Maybe a little too tall.
Bryce,
Too tall for what?
5'10" is really tall, guys. That's really tall.
Yeah.
We kid.
How tall are we? I'm 6'2". Road Dog, how tall are you?
5'11".
You, Jay?
Rod Dog, you're not
5'10". I'm 5'10".
Bob?
5'11".
Man.
I've been 5'11", measured 6 foot sometimes, but I'm probably more like 5'11".
Yeah.
6 foot with spikes on?
I'm
Yeah.
5'10" and a
Oh.
half. The half is crucial.
I'm probably
There's
like
no way you're
5'11"
6
and a
feet.
half, and actually, but I don't know.
My doctor tells me if I was an inch taller, I'd be round.
But
Does that make you oval now?
let's see if Bryce Young's phone rings as he's sitting there.
Watch it
one
be
of our
like Will
listeners,
Anderson or something.
one of our listeners,
John
Colton.
Robinson.
I think he knows.
One of our listeners, Colton, said Hooker's a dog. Rocky Top.
A dog?
He
And
reminds
Colton
me
also
of,
thinks Stroud is going to the Colts, so I don't think he's been paying attention.
Hooker
Sorry,
reminds me of Andre Ware. Anybody remember Andre Ware?
Colts a fan.
Yeah. Big bust.
Why? Because he's
NFL.
black?
No, not at all.
Kidding.
No, because Houston had that big run and shoot offense, and he threw over 1 million touchdowns and just threw it all over the place. And Hooker was doing the same thing. He was just flinging it everywhere. It just sort of reminded me of that. You know,
There
I don't
it
know.
is.
I do want to mention.
Bryce Young.
Let's get the pick in first.
I thought Z said we were going to
I
all
still haven't
wait.
seen it. I still haven't seen
Oh
it yet.
shoot! Are we all waiting? I
Oh,
thought
yeah.
he was just saying whoever reacted first.
Who's seen it
reacted.
so far? Just so we know how far.
I
behind
have
we are.
not.
I've seen it.
I have not.
I have not either. You, Jay?
How
I'm
can
on the
you see it?
antenna. I'm
I'm
on the
watching it on
antenna,
TV.
so I'm not.
Well, I
streaming.
have cable.
Now I see it.
How
I
does
just
this
see it.
make
Did you?
sense?
I just saw it. Did you? Who saw it?
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it.
He's
Oh,
reading
sounds
it
like
right
I'm the
now.
fastest.
Well, you're doing live TV. I'm streaming. On mine.
Yeah, I'm
Young!
streaming as
Oh
well.
my god, you guys! I'm surprised.
Okay, so are we waiting till the last person sees it? I don't know.
I don't see it yet. Wow, what am I watching? I'm
You
streaming.
have that legendary slow internet over there.
I'm streaming it here. It's, what the
Legendary
hell?
slow.
Has
You
the
got
clock
last year's
started on
draft.
your stream?
Yeah, pick is
No,
in.
not
It
yet.
said
The
pick
clock
is
has not
in for the
started
last
for
2
Houston
minutes.
I wonder if
Right.
you could find something on your phone that's faster.
UJ Bryce Young is
Fun.
already in Carolina. That's how slow your stream is.
Mhm.
Yeah, training
Oh,
camp's
boy.
begun.
Oh, interesting. They go through this like hallway, huh?
Interesting, is right.
Wow.
It's very
Crazy.
artful.
I want to see someone make a really spicy trade at 3.
Yeah.
Might see it. So Houston, I'm trying to stay up in the betting markets here so we can get ahead of some things. But
That's all that matters, right? Z? What the gamblers are thinking.
well, the gamblers are into the odds shift based on the number 5 right now. The heavy odds are for Jalen Carter. Number 6, minus 330 for Witherspoon. Plus 475 for Carter, plus 650 for Tyree Wilson, plus 750 for Will Anderson.
This is where things
So.
get interesting.
I do want to mention though, sometime in this hour, probably near the end of the hour, as we get closer to the Lions pick, we do have our $100 NFL shop giveaway, but you have to be following us on Instagram or Twitter. I have retweeted whichever one you're on. The message I sent out, and then also be present for this stream. So
Hey, can I win?
no.
Oh, shoot. I follow you guys.
So, guys, pick 2. This is where it gets interesting. Is this going to be Stroud or what do you guys think?
Stroud.
Stroud. I didn't think so going into today, but the last hour
Yeah.
Because
I need to get some Kool-Aid though.
Kool-Aid.
Unless like his
Ooh.
like entire like rep is falling with that stupid like intelligence test or whatever. Because like that seems to be the thing that has everyone thinking he's gonna fall, is that he didn't score very high on that IQ test. It's like I don't know how much people put stock in those things, but
The pick is in.
you
Oh, sorry. I won't say anything else. I won't say who.
Yeah,
who
you're
it
like
is.
10 minutes ahead of us.
Wow, I'm way behind.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Press your joy, cuz.
I'm just always on the beat. I gotta be the first to get the news. I won't
You
say who it
tap
is,
right
though,
into
unless you guys want me
the
to say who
live
it is.
Is it showing the pick is in with you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
it
Mine
is on
says
me.
5 minutes and 12 seconds.
Yeah, you're like a minute or so behind.
Holy cow.
For some reason, they're showing Steph Curry highlights on the screen. That's perfect for the NFL draft.
Oh, yeah.
When I
Remember
think
that
NFL draft,
Bryce
I
Young
think
said he
Steph
models
Curry.
his game after Steph Curry.
That doesn't make much sense. He's a basketball player.
Remember the year Brady Quinn was like live at the draft, and then he kept dropping and dropping, and they kept
I
showing
wanted
him.
Brady Quinn
Oh,
so badly. Was that the year that they drafted Calvin Johnson?
I don't know. I wanted him too, but
I
that
wanted
was
him
before they
bad
had
quarterback.
Stafford. So
I think Stafford was the year after Brady Quinn. I could be wrong.
yeah,
At least.
Yeah, he was. Because he was playing against Quinn in that one game against Cleveland, remember?
I think it was the 08
Yeah.
draft, and we took Calvin Johnson.
oh well, that's a much better pick.
No,
Texans pick is in.
Yeah.
yes.
Texans pick is in.
Yes,
They have
we
Nick
did establish
Caserio
that.
as their GM, the former Patriots front office guy. By the way, Matt Patricia, I don't know if you saw, no longer with the Patriots. Now he's a part of the Eagles, which
That's
is hilarious
Reunited with
because
Big Play
Darius
Slay.
Slay.
Poor
That is
Slay.
That is crazy.
I hope Slay does like embarrasses him in front of the team or something this time and turns the tables.
No.
Won't happen.
Charlie wants us to get Will Anderson. Yes, we'd love that, Charlie.
That would be awesome.
That would be nice.
Attaboy
Love
Charlie.
that. Current Starry Award winner at UIC.
Dave
believe that's
Burkett's
what they
tweeting
called it.
about a trade, but he didn't say anything.
Who?
Dave Burkett.
Burkett's tweeted about a trade.
This would not
Whoever it is
surprise
will
me.
be
though.
injured
Somehow
or
we made
jailed
a
by
trade.
September. Nice one, Steve. I hope not.
Dave Burkett said, didn't take long for a first trade of the night. Could be good news for the Lions with QBs going high, but didn't say who or what's going on.
I mean, it's got to be the Cardinals and Titans, right?
Yeah, but it'd be nice if he actually said that.
It would be nice. That would be nice.
Wouldn't it be nice if he just said that?
Well,
Stroud. I mean, I think Stroud going to the Texans. That's.
it'll.
I think Carolina missed the boat.
All right, I
Oh,
won't say
okay.
anything, but Goodell's up to bat now. I'll keep my mouth shut.
All right. Is it a surprise? No.
Damn right, Joel.
There's a lot of Lions fans front row, I guess.
You know what's trippy? Watching the live stream on my computer.
Oh, come on, someone
And-
else get it. I want to talk about it.
Well, Goodell's up there.
And there it is.
Wait.
Another. Oh.
Hey,
Oh,
So
I
who's
got it.
last?
Yeah.
Who's responding last?
CJ
here?
Stroud.
he's up now. I got him on the podium.
It's CJ Stroud, quarterback, Ohio State.
No
number 2 overall.
surprise. No surprise. there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Gas or smoke and mirrors,
I
gentlemen.
mean, it's tough for
Smoke and
Connor to
mirrors.
not
It's all
to hold it
nonsense.
back. So
Connor,
I'm
you
just
can.
glad there's some sanity because it was so obvious he was the guy for like so long.
Yeah.
who
Well,
goes
that-
third?
Did I not react well enough? Sorry. Oh.
No, I'm wondering if it's just okay for you to react because it's so hard.
Yeah.
Well, no,
I'm
third
so far
was
behind you.
there was
All right.
a.
Sorry, just react.
I'm gonna react to 3 if I see it, and if we don't like that, we can change it at 4.
All right. Was there a trade announced or anything for 3?
Not yet on my
I
side.
haven't seen anything. Yeah,
I
Dave
think
Burkett
Dave
just said
Burkett-
there was one, but
Hmm.
I'm not seeing anyone else talk about the trade though. So
no.
I think Dave Burkett might just be off his rocker.
Stroud to the Texans. That's a good one. Stroud. There was like a lot of negative Stroud buzz recently just because they had that S2 score.
Oh.
Oh, look at him.
Burkett said-
he's got
Burkett
stains
said,
on-
"Sorry, didn't mean trade. My bad. First surprise of the night." So that wasn't.
Look
Wasn't
at him.
even a-
He's
That's
got like
surprising.
stains on his coat. It's really weird. Should have cleaned it before he came out there.
Have you guys heard of this S2 test that these players take in the NFL?
Yeah.
Just
That
Kind of
was
like an
really
intelligence test. Like it's like how you read defenses, how quick you react to reading them, stuff like that. I guess Stroud did very poorly and it gave some teams some red flags, but nonetheless, okay
Yeah.
to take it too.
And
I'm
Bryce
really
Young
hoping-
excelled at it.
hmm
I'm really hoping Arizona trades this pick.
The thing with the thing with Young, I don't think it's his size as far as like from a playing standpoint. That's the issue. I think his size and his ability to stay on the field is more the issue.
Yeah.
I have with him
Tiny.
because quarterbacks of that size. I mean, Drew Brees didn't weigh less than 200 pounds. Bryce Young weighed
Wasn't
in the
he, like,
combine at
6'1"
like just
though?
over 200, but his real playing weight's like 190. At least at Alabama was 190. So he would have to put on some serious bulk in the next couple of years to stay above that 200 mark.
I just think he's a way better quarterback than Kyler Murray. I think he'll be a better pro.
Oh, I think he's
yeah.
definitely better than Murray.
Way better.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think
Way
honestly agree
better.
with that. So here's where the draft gets really interesting for the Lions, especially the
Yeah.
Cardinals. Will a team
3, 4,
trade
and
up?
5.
Could be us.
You think we'd know by now? But
Yeah.
Will
Yeah.
Anderson is the obvious pick, right? For the
He
Cardinals if they
Seems
stay.
to be.
They still haven't traded
I
the
don't
pick,
know.
and there's 3:40 left on the
Could
clock.
be Jalen Carter.
okay, now I know how far back I am, Connor. I'm like 12
Yeah.
seconds back because
It's
a little
at
more than that.
3:30 right
3:50.
now.
I'm 30 seconds behind
It's
you.
at 3:25.
okay, I'm
I'm
15
20
seconds,
seconds behind you.
Yeah, I'm
Like
about
32.
36 seconds.
All right, at least we know
Jay, I
now.
think you're a couple minutes behind. Kidding. All right, let's see what they do here.
Is that a
What's your
bird?
dream scenario? The Titans trade up and take a quarterback?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I think that would be the best.
It
What if
doesn't
they
look
just
like
took
that's
Tyree?
happening.
What if they took
Best
Tyree?
to
Would
go,
you be
the
okay with
better.
that?
I just want to mention a couple things too. Thank you to Sideline Report for hosting our podcast. We always appreciate them, and of course our listeners. We're producer KJ. We're recording this, right? We're gonna put this on the app, Apple, Spotify, right? Yeah. Yep, segment will be right up after the show. So if you couldn't make it, sorry, we're at some things, and you're hearing our live stream on YouTube, and we're going to be trying to do this more going forward here. So, our YouTube is you can look up Drinking the Blue Kool-Aid or at DTBK_Lions as well.
And you can watch a Big Z's beard get longer as the year goes on.
Yep.
So-
Well, this is a 5-week-old newborn. Don't go out
Yeah.
much. Just watch newborn baby
Yeah.
beard.
No shaving till you're off paternity leave. That's the rule.
Yeah, week and a half. Mhm.
Now I'm hoping the Cardinals miss the pick, but they don't get the card in.
Oh, and thank you for
that would be the ideal.
Thank you to my
situation.
Packer rooting wife for watching the little man, so she can support the Lions here and this podcast. So big shout out to her.
She's a great supporter of the Lions. I do
She's a huge
appreciate
supporter of
that.
the Lions. Absolutely.
I do appreciate that about her.
Mm-hmm. She won't admit it, but she is.
So
We
how much
convert- we
fight are
convert
you
them
in
all
for
in the
when
end,
she
don't we?
listens?
Oh yeah.
Oh
Writing
yeah.
this down.
I know. I got a
You
bad.
actually-
Yeah.
Come on. What?
What?
Texans!
Oh, that's
What?
I saw that mocked, and they're going to take Will Anderson. I'd seen
No.
that in a mock.
To the Texans.
They're going for their QB.
Are you kidding
and their
me?
Freaking.
Oh, man.
Well, now they're getting
I-
Will Anderson.
Didn't see that one coming.
I was
did not
looking
see
at
that one coming.
Will
I
Levis
was-
right here, guys.
looking at Daniel
right.
Jeremiah's mock.
A
'cause
man
he had
can dream.
that exact thing. He had the Texans trading up for Will Anderson.
He did. Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe
Kudos
Jalen
to
Carter.
him.
Maybe
Yeah.
Jalen
Yeah.
Carter. I'd rather it be Jalen.
He had Witherspoon for us. So
Come on. Hopefully they traded for
Yeah.
Tyree.
yeah, that would be the hope. Because they do have D'Amico Ryans, and Tyree Wilson fits more possibly. But I mean, Nick Caserio has the Alabama ties with Saban, and D'Amico Ryans played at Alabama, so they go either way. But you would assume this is
Those
Will
bastards.
Anderson.
Those bastards better not be on the phone with Will.
Yeah. That's what everyone's been talking about. The Cardinals trying to trade out of this pick, and they
Will
only
is
done
gone.
it.
Let's
Wait,
face it, boys.
so they get a
Will-
fresh 10-minute clock? That's bullshit.
That
I
is
agree.
weird.
They traded up. They
Yeah.
know what
The
they're
pick is
doing.
That's
in,
not how
though.
draft day works. They
The
moved-
pick's
The
in
pick is
already.
in. Okay, they're.
Yeah, I was gonna say the pick's already in.
But they did get a fresh timer. They could have theoretically taken 10 minutes.
Well, the
That's
draft
just
is
a
already off to a
theory.
great start with these trades.
Yeah.
That's why they call it a thesis.
I
You
mean, the
think
Texans
Houston
had a
could trade
ton
up
of
to-
ammunition to make this trade
Sure.
because of the Deshaun Watson. I wonder what
What if they took Anthony Richardson? Wouldn't that be really funny?
That would be hilarious.
Let them have
Like-
a QB battle.
They wrote down the wrong name by mistake.
Texans good move trading Deshaun Watson.
I want to know which one's the running back in
I think-
the formation. You could just do a dual quarter running back formation with Stroud and Richardson.
I wonder what they traded for the number 3 pick. Probably
Yeah,
not.
I'd be curious about that. Come on, what's happening here?
All right.
Big is in. I mean,
The clock's already ticking on the other one. 8:33 for the.
next is Colts.
I think
And hopefully they go quarterback.
they're focused on the screen, but on the stage. But Goodell must be on a coffee break. Oh, here he comes.
Wow.
All right. Here
That's
we go.
good for the
He's ready to
Cardinals.
Yeah,
pick.
so I'll repeat that. So our producer KJ just let us know, and then Shepard just tweeted. So the Cardinals are getting the 12th pick, the 33rd pick, the Texans first next year, and the third next year. The Texans get this pick and then pick 105 next year.
No, they took Will Anderson.
Yeah.
You're surprised? Come on.
We're not
I'm not
surprised. We are
I
surprised that
was
they
told he was
traded.
gonna fall, you guys.
That was the
Oh,
hope.
man.
That was the hope. We're not getting them.
I didn't think we were getting him. It would have been
Yeah.
nice though.
You were living on a hope and a dream.
Now, do you think the Colts take Levis, or what do you think?
I do. I mean, all the buzz has been that the
I do
Colts
too.
like Levis, but they could have just been throwing that out there to hopefully have someone trade up to grab him while they get the guy they really wanted. I don't know. They draft a lot about smoke screens, so
I'm
I can't believe the
thinking Levis.
Texans traded up to 3. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know if I love Will Anderson. I don't know if he's worth giving up that much draft capital. We'll see. I do love him. I think he's a really good player, though.
I like him less than I would. have if
he's
the Lions-
the Texans. This makes him good.
I hate him now.
No, the Packers or the Bears or something.
Oh, he's
Texans have a
really
lot
happy
of-
to talk to Roger Goodell. There's a little bear hug there.
Man, Will Anderson would have been really fun.
Yeah, he would have.
The dream. I mean, Jalen Carter is the last remaining one. That like of the elite, I think.
Yeah,
It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting.
Unless
The
you're,
hope
uh,
is that Indy goes Levis, Seattle goes Richardson. There's some Richardson
Elijah
buzz around
Cansey's
Seattle,
still
so-
available.
Yes, we know.
Nice try, Red Dog.
Don't make
I
us
re-
hate him, Rud Dog. Don't make us hate him.
Wait, so if we pick him, are you gonna hate him?
No.
I wouldn't be thrilled with the pick.
Wouldn't be happy with that.
Would you rather go Witherspoon or Cansey?
That's 6.
Yeah,
Witherspoon.
if it happened.
Witherspoon.
Since
Because
we're
Cansey might
spitballing.
still
I'd
be
rather
there
go
at 18.
Witherspoon.
Witherspoon easily. Yeah.
Yeah, if I had the choice.
Taking Cansey at 6 would be a big mistake because he would definitely be there later in the draft.
Well, I don't know if he'll definitely be there, but it,
Connor guaranteed it.
You could trade back to 12 or something, you know, if you really like him.
you don't know he's gonna be there. I mean, if he's your guy, he's your guy at this point. He has the measurables to be in that range. I know he's not the tallest guy, but like,
Mhm.
I don't know, man. I think he's worthy of the range.
I'd
Can
be
we start
shocked.
the season tomorrow? This is so much. This is getting my. Yeah, I'm already hyped up for the season. We're far
I
away.
know.
We haven't even made our pick yet.
Well, my wife's gotten mad at me because I want my little man to start like walking already, so I can play catch with him and stuff. Like I like holding him, but I'm like I like to get up and move around a lot, you know. So people say I appreciate the the little moments. Anyways, that's a sidebar.
Hey, see, you should have him put a harness on him, have him pull like a little Tykes car, like
Yeah, like you did
like
with
you
the.
did with the-
Yeah.
The beard was like twice as thick that day when we did
George
that, doing the Ty
Beltran.
Johnson workout.
Or Ty
Yeah.
Johnson.
Check out our Instagram at Drinking Blue Kool-Aid and scroll back for that one, listeners.
Look at that guy crying. What a baby. And,
Will Anderson had a look. Did you see that watch party at his high school? It's pretty cool.
yeah.
Cool. Pretty cool.
Apparently, they're having a big thing down at Ford Field tonight.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah,
No, nice.
sounds like fun.
All right, the
It
Colts
does
pick
sound
is
like
in.
fun. They know who they wanted. It must be Levis, right?
I think it's Levis.
Levis.
That's, I guess, a good place for him to go.
I agree.
Actually, it does make sense for Seattle to take Anthony Richardson if they really want to develop him because they've got
Yep.
a QB for a few years.
Geno Smith's on a
Yeah.
3-year deal. That gives more than enough time for
How
develop
are you guys-
Richardson.
What
That's
if
true.
we
Pete
pass
Carroll-
on Carter?
Carroll thinks he can coach anybody, so maybe it's the.
How would you guys feel if Carter's there and we pass on him?
I'd be so mad.
I'll
If they
be
do that, then
shocked.
I will
I would be
think they have
upset.
done their homework and they would have a good reason. 'Cause he's
They
really-
better. They.
I'm with you. Ken.
Fair.
Yeah.
What if they did it for Elijah Cansey?
Oh my God.
Then they should fire Holmes on the spot.
On
Hey,
the
Jay, you have the
spot.
power to remove Red Dog from the podcast. It's a live stream. Until
Knowing
pick
Brad
18,
Holmes,
when
he's gonna
Cansey
find
is
a
out.
Will
Nope.
Anderson in round 7. You know, he's that good. He's gonna find a stud for us.
That's right.
You guys will come around when Cansey's tearing up the field, racking up.
What if he's on the Packers? So we're going to still be hyping up
trade
his.
back and get Hendon Hooker.
Well, I
no.
mean,
Steven
obviously-
Snedeker went 100% Witherspoon.
Ah,
Shout out
Um,
Steven, he's a very very good man. He makes some good parlays.
but he should be pulling for Carter instead of Witherspoon. But otherwise, he's a good man.
Is it kind of crazy to y'all? Like, there's like probably 30,000 people just standing there watching players get picked. There's not even a game going on. It's just crazy what the draft is now these days.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Look at this Colts war room. Look at it. It's like the entire organization in one tiny room with the names just all over the board, all over the room. UJ, I want you to turn your basement into this type of room. Like, make all the boards magnetic. We're gonna print out all the names every year, and you can just throw names around.
Great idea.
You can
I
act like
love
you're
it.
the GM at least.
I'll get my darts so I can throw it at the board and see who I'm picking next.
Richardson. I hope he goes for the
I
Lions
know
pick.
someone. I knew someone that I know somebody
All
that's
right,
a
here we go.
scout. Hold on. All right.
Here's the pick.
Oh boy.
Colts.
I'll share the story after.
Anthony Richardson, quarterback from Florida.
Whoa.
Is that it?
Yep, that's official.
Wow.
Wow.
That's the
There
first
it is.
surprise
That's
of
a
the
big
night.
one.
Woo! Not
It was
super
smoke
surprised.
screens after all for Levis. Huh?
Wow.
Wow, that's man. The Colts need a quarterback right away. They must think he's ready to go. That's
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah,
be,
why not?
Yeah.
Throw him in there.
Give him a Jameis Winston type season. 30 touchdowns, 30 interceptions.
He probably
yeah.
will.
They'll probably just have him run for touchdowns instead. I mean, like he's so
No,
fast.
you know, that's a good point. So Red Dog, the Colts do have Shane Steichen, the offensive coordinator from the Eagles. So they must see like a kind of a Hurts type offense. He's familiar with that type of setup. Colts offensive line's not great, but they do have Jonathan Taylor. When healthy, he's very good.
Yeah.
So Anthony Richardson. I mean, fun pick.
Wow.
I think it's a bust. I don't like this pick for the Colts personally, but I'm not.
6'4".
I
Good
can't
Good for
do
him
it.
though. He seems like a good kid. I've seen like
Yeah, he does.
Stuff on
He's a
him.
Good
He
kid.
could be real freaking.
He's
You ever
someone you
see
want to
him?
root for.
he can run around, do backflips and cartwheels, and he's like really athletic dude.
That's
And
what wins
obviously-
Yeah, so if you're
championship,
losing
backflips,
games, he'll just
cartwheels.
do that on the sideline to entertain you instead.
Yeah, he'll distract you by doing flip flops on the.
Oh, this Anthony Richardson, we're losing. Oh, wait, what's that? Oh, did you see that flip?
So
He
at
had
the
the
very
ball,
least,
so-
though, at the very least, right now the Lions are in position to get Tyree Wilson or Jalen Carter.
That's true. Yes,
I
that is true.
would rather Tyree Wilson or Devin Witherspoon right now, you guys.
Tyree Wilson.
Oh, Tyree Wilson.
Tyree
Probably
Wilson.
Tyree
Say
Wilson
or
probably.
Carter.
It's the only question on him is his medicals, right? His foot.
Yeah. I just
His
I
foot,
don't
and
feel
also like
right.
he wasn't like a huge. He didn't have like major production. And he's on the older side. He's 23. So I mean, those are some of the smaller red flags I've heard about
Okay.
him that maybe have made
Okay.
him drop.
All right, you've sold me, Witherspoon. All
What
right.
if it's Bijan Robinson?
I wouldn't hate it.
I just have a weird
I
feeling.
like that
all
better
of a
than
sudden.
Cansey.
I would
I like
that
it better than
Cansey at 6.
Witherspoon, but I don't know if I like it better than Cansey.
Witherspoon's good though. Witherspoon's good. Don't
I-
can't go
I
wrong
like
with
Witherspoon. I
IDB.
just don't like him at 6.
I like Bijan on the Lions, and I just don't think he'll make it to 18. So I could see them.
I
I,
don't.
wouldn't
I
be
mean-
horribly upset if they got him at 6.
And Brad's already put down some road work for this, like talking about Todd Gurley at 9 and stuff. So who knows? I mean, unless Will Levis is there, that could prompt a trade up from somebody.
Yeah, where do you think Levis will land now?
Vegas. Vegas is a great spot. They need a quarterback. They have a temporary one, and Jimmy Garoppolo, Josh McDaniels is there. It's only his second year. I could see Raiders being very happy.
Now
I can also see the Raiders maybe wanting to trade up one spot to Detroit to make sure they can grab the quarterback. So
I'm happy to let them do it.
Yeah, right. Give us more resources.
Give us 3 first rounders, and it's yours. Kidding. I'd do it.
Yeah. I'm going to be so bummed if they take Carter next. But
they're going to take Carter next. Just brace
I know
that.
I've already braced for that. That's what I figured it's going to happen before this started.
Would you feel better at least as long as you never face the choice instead of passing on them?
Seattle goes for those character issue guys.
Yeah.
They like those second chance things. So I don't think that has scared them at all.
Oh, now you're talking my language.
Our producer Kid J just mentioned that he's seeing some tweets right now from insiders about the Seahawks wanting to trade back. The phones are ringing in Seattle. Ian Rappaport says. Jordan Schultz, Seahawks reporter. Seahawks Mullen moving down. We have 3 minutes and 10 seconds roughly. Connor's clock.
3 minutes and 10 seconds on my clock. That's the official clock I'm going off of.
Clock of this podcast.
Man, Anthony Richardson. They have a decent wide receiver core. The Colts have tried veteran after veteran after veteran. It's not worked out. So
yeah, he's got a hell of an arm too. I mean,
he does, but
just as far as raw talent go, he's got it. But I don't know.
Potential is going to keep people excited for a little while at least.
They're going to absolutely use his legs. That's for sure. 240 though. 240. It's like a sneaky 240 for how athletic he is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Faster than a linebacker too.
What an ascent for him though. He was seen late in the first round, those mocks to start, and then he
don't ever tell me the combine doesn't mean anything. Because I don't think this kid comes close to this pick without that combine.
I mean, I disagree. I think the NFL has had eyes on him for a while. I mean, the Lions attended 5 of his games this year.
I mean, I'm not saying they don't know.
So they definitely had an eye on him.
But I'm just saying
the combine did not change one combine does not change their opinion.
His film is not their opinion.
They've done a bad job as a scouting department.
The best thing you're going to get out of his film is flashes, though.
Seen a combine guy rise after the combine?
Yeah,
I've seen people rise, but it's the quarterback position, especially. I just I don't think.
But he's a metrics guy. He's not it's not his. He's not a great reader of. He is not proven to be a good quarterback yet. He's done some things that quarterbacks do, but he has a lot of holes in his game where I just don't see how
he was
doesn't get that pick without those.
He
metrics.
was a top 10 prospect before the combine, so.
The pick is still not in, and we got a minute and 10 seconds here, so they might be taking some phone calls.
Yep.
Yeah,
trying to, it's the pancake eater, right? That's the GM of the Seahawks and the draft.
Could be the Lions trade.
Lions trade up for Carter.
It could be.
I don't know how I'd feel.
Tyree Wilson. We trade up for Tyree Wilson.
They got less than a minute here.
Moving one spot, you wouldn't have to give up a ton.
What?
All right, the pick's in. Okay, so no trade. Okay.
Well, I don't know. It said that before when the trade was announced, so that doesn't necessarily mean anything.
The Lions traded up to this pick and took Tyree Wilson. Would you guys be mad?
Yep.
Yeah.
I guess they are making the pick, according to Ian Rappaport.
All right, then whoever wanted to trade up should trade up with the Lions.
So the pick is in. Is there no trade?
No trade.
According to Ian Rappaport, there's no trade.
Will Levis looks like the faller this year.
They waited till the last minute to make that pick. There was 40 seconds on the clock.
Well, they were taking calls according to the thing. So
maybe they were waiting for one more asset from the Raiders or something, and they just weren't willing to come through.
Yeah.
Albert Breer said
that waiting, but we'll wait for this pick to come in, and then we'll go.
Albert Breer said they're taking Devin Witherspoon.
Will Levis, Will Levis, Will Levis.
So if he takes Witherspoon, I'd be okay with that. If the
Me too.
Seahawks take him.
I do like him, but I'm not like anxious to get him.
Holy cow! Yeah, I'm seeing multiple Devin Witherspoons here.
I'm seeing that on Twitter too. I'm curious.
Yeah.
Whoa, whoa.
Oh,
Wait,
Jalen Carter? Are you kidding me? We can get him.
oh my God! Well, at least we'll get to know the Lions' mind on Jalen Carter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
At the very
jeez.
least, yes.
Oh my God! This is crazy. I gotta feel like it's Carter, but I just don't.
Oh, I'd be so happy.
Watch it be Tyree Wilson. I don't know, man.
I was
Either
all in
one,
on-
they're monsters.
I was all in on Hutch last year. I was all in on Carter this year. Let's get it 2 years in a row.
I think Carter's a better fit than Wilson, personally.
Yeah, well, in terms of where
Yeah.
we need help, for sure.
Right.
I'm seeing multiple reports that they're taking Devin Witherspoon. We'll see.
Wow.
It hasn't popped up though.
Yeah, that's what I saw on Twitter.
5? Oh my goodness. Well, the
But who
Seahawks
knows?
would agree.
I'm not going to believe it till I
see
see it on my TV, but they keep doing stupid ads. So, okay, here he comes. He's walking up. I hope he falls. Oh, no, he didn't fall. I don't have volume on, so.
Come on.
They look shocked. Devin Witherspoon.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Sorry, UJ.
Wow. How about it?
Oh, my God.
Now let's see
We
if
got
Holmes-
Jalen or Tyree available.
Sorry,
to us
UJ.
at
Looks
6.
like
That's a great
The
fit
Seahawks
in
agreed with
Seattle
you.
for him,
I'm
by
kind
the
of
way.
bummed that we're not getting Witherspoon, though, a little bit.
Yeah, he's a
Who's your
great
guy.
player.
And
I would have loved to seen that guy in a Lions uniform.
Yeah,
It would
he's
have been
got.
cool to do a 6 trade up to 7 thing and get them both, but
Well, yeah. Oh, my God.
He's got grit.
That
Gotta be
surprises
Jalen
me,
Carter,
though.
right?
All right, are we
Really?
going? Where are we going? What prediction?
just
I'm
want
predicting
trenches,
I'm going to go
man.
Carter.
I think
Carter.
it's
I'm going
Carter.
Carter.
I think it's got to be Jalen Carter.
Carter.
it's hard not to watch it be Cansey.
I didn't think he would fall to 6.
God.
I really
I'd be
didn't.
a
but-
little upset if it's Cansey. If it's Jalen Carter's
That
star.
would really be a shocker, wouldn't it?
Wow, Witherspoon went 5. That's
Red Dog could be
Zero-star
jumping up
recruit
and
out of
down.
high school.
Smokes.
Wow, it's impressive.
That Withers. I'd
Oh,
draft a
man.
Witherspoon on that one play he made where he
Yeah.
just jacked
On the
that guy
clock,
up. in
we're
the
on the
back. Yeah.
clock. No, he's a stud.
Oh, he's a hell of a player.
Not
Don't
that
get me
long
wrong.
ago, Gonzalez was rated higher, and now Devin's up.
Athletically,
that,
he might
that
be.
right there. The hitting is what's gonna get what separates him. He plays like a linebacker.
Carter.
Carter.
Oh boy,
Are you guys truly worried about his off the field stuff? Yes or no?
little.
No.
I'm as concerned as Brad and Dan are.
A little bit, but not. But if
They
they
said more
draft him,
positive.
then I don't think it's going to be a big deal because they've done their
If
due
we s-
diligence.
I'm with you, Connor. If we
They've done
select
more than
him-
we have. It's their
Well,
job.
That I
You know,
agree with Connor. I think they can handle whatever his issues are. You know, I think they can deal with it and work through it.
If they
So-
feel that.
I think they feel that because they're going to pick him.
Oh, you think they do feel that? You're predicting.
I think they're going to pick him. How do you not at this point?
I
you-
know.
What if they take
Seriously.
Tyree Wilson? What do you guys think about that? If that
Give me
happens?
Carter.
Perfect need
Give me
meets
Carter.
Yeah, I want Carter. Well, as you know.
I
I
will
want
be
to see how Brad
perfectly
Holmes is
psyched
reacting
if
right
we get
now. You think they're
Carter.
high fiving?
I'm not like.
I
all
wanna
in
see
on
their
Carter,
draft
but I will
room.
be psyched.
Maybe it's like that one year where everyone fell correctly and we got what's
Is that
his
the
name?
Lions? Oh, that's Seahawks.
Well, like-
draft room.
The star that Brad Holmes lives under, because we've got in back-to-back years we got Sewell and then Hutch like falling to us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
they didn't
right.
trade up for Sewell, and maybe it's the same
Right.
thing with Carter. You know, they're like, oh, we're not going to trade up, but hopefully he falls.
Gosh, I'm so excited.
This is
What
really
are they gonna
crazy.
do? Watch them trade
Watch it be Christian
Oh.
Gonzalez.
Come on.
Hilarious.
Christian Gonzalez. Oh my gosh, that would be
that
surprising.
would be surprising.
with this
I'm
much
just-
trench talent available.
I really didn't think he was going to drop to 6. I mean, I
I
know
didn't think
some
so
people had him
either.
dropping to 9.
I
or
really
whatever,
thought
but-
Seattle was going to go Carter if not a quarterback. But maybe they wanted
Lions-
Richardson. And wow.
The Lions right here, I think, are about to mark his fall or not. Like he might fall a little ways if he gets past us.
I wonder
Yeah.
if they're calling Vegas and seeing if Vegas wants to trade up.
Hey, the Lions featured on the Sunday Ticket ad. Let's go.
I'd hate to have
What,
the
in one play?
I'd hate to have
It's whatever
Carter.
team.
Oh.
You gotta be. Oh my god.
Let's go.
There's a trade. There's a
Oh
trade.
my God. Let's
Oh
go.
my God.
I told you, Brad Holmes going to surprise us. Let's go.
Who's moving up to 6?
The Cardinals are moving
Oh,
up to
wow.
6. What is
Ooh.
going on in this draft? What is going on?
Who did they just pick?
Oh
They just
my
picked.
God.
I'm so confused. What do we get next year? And what do we get? What do we do with trade?
I'm excited.
Now
Where does
they're
the
gonna
Cardinals?
pick 12th? The Lions are picking. Carter.
12?
We're not getting Carter.
Oh, they must not like him,
Carter's
or
a
he'll
good
fall.
card.
Maybe they get
Cardinals are
Cansey now.
No.
Can't see. I think. Okay, how do you guys feel about him at 12 though? Can't see.
Yeah, I hope
Better
Carter
not.
drops to 12.
Do you think the Lions wanted Witherspoon? And because he's not there, they trade out?
No, not necessarily. Why do you? I
Possible.
mean, maybe it's in the
Maybe.
realm.
All right. All right.
Woo!
All right. So the Lions get the 30. The Lions trade back. They get 12 and 34. So
We'll be picking early
Lions
tomorrow.
have 3 second-round picks in this
Oh
draft.
my God.
Wow,
That's awesome. That's
That is.
awesome.
Oh, who do we go?
Red Dog, was this your trade and your mock?
Oh,
I mean, I think I
Fiasco?
traded to 16, but like,
wait. Now we
this
take
op-
Bijan at 12 if he's there.
Yes.
Bijan, and this opens up so many possibilities. We're not
So
bound to some
many.
like.
So
Oh my gosh!
you gotta think at this point that
What's
there
going
were
on?
some
I don't know
character
what's going on.
concerns with Carter. Like
Clearly.
Yeah.
they must
Unless he goes
think it's
here.
enough to
Who are the
not-
Cardinals trading up for? I mean, I'm trying to think.
They're trading up for Gonzalez.
No, they're trading up for Carter. I'm telling
The
you.
Cardinals are a team that they need a serious roster overhaul. So this is
This is
very
wild,
confusing
man.
to me.
Give
If
me
I'm a
Bijan
This
Cardinals
is
at
really
12
wild.
And give me Cansey at 18.
Watch it be Tyree Wilson.
This is a really fun draft so far. The unpredictability.
If it's
coming in
Kalijah
tonight-
Cansey, I'm gonna be pissed.
If it's Hendon Hooker, I'm going to be pissed because I picked him not to.
This
be
is one of the crazier drafts.
Hey,
in a
Zach, I
while.
bet you a lot of money it's not going to be Hendon Hooker.
Yeah.
Thanks, UJ. I appreciate that.
Yeah, 12. I
That's
don't
what-
see why
that's what I
that
said.
even
Producer.
needs to be the case. Maybe they were always going to trade out of the pick. I mean, maybe it was once Will, like, I don't know. Maybe they never really liked it there because, I mean, you got questionable, Carter, you got questionable Wilson. Like, no one's there's like a home
Pick
run
is in.
unless
Pick
you
is
like
in.
Carter's character.
A commercial break right now.
I'm not sure Wilson had anything to do with it, is all I'm saying, but it could be.
I just hope Carter doesn't drop to the Bears. That would suck. But
Yeah.
Suck.
But does it?
Yeah. That's all right.
Yeah.
Ragnar will feed him his lunch. 2
So
times a year.
producer Kid J, can we get our guest in here really quick? So
we
we'll give
got
it a moment.
Colt 45 and 2
who do you have?
So
That's
we
all
have
you need.
our Colts fan that we are familiar with, Colt, also known as Colt
Familiar
45. So I'll wait for our producer to let me know when he's in, then we'll
One might even say we're familial with him.
producer, we good? All right, Colt, welcome to the live
Yo.
stream. Welcome to the
Colt
live
45 and 2 zigzags. Baby,
How we
that's all you
doing?
need.
Greetings.
stream.
All right. How are you?
There he
What's
is.
up, Colt?
So we won't have you on too long, but we want to get a reaction from a Colts fan about this pick because you thought Stroud. I think you were daydreaming about that one. But you go Anthony Richardson when Will Levis was on the board. Just your thoughts.
Yeah, so yes, Stroud was the dream pick, but I actually thought Stroud was going to go to Carolina, but the reason why I like this pick is I think that Steichen working with Jalen Hurts, and I think Anthony Richards' game is most similar to it. So I'm excited. I know it's a risk, but I believe that
Harris Johnson to the Cardinals.
I think Richardson has the highest upside.
Oh,
So
Hold on, Colt. Hold on.
Wait, hang on.
That's what the
Paris-
Cardinals traded up for?
Paris Johnson, offensive tackle from Ohio.
I've heard a lot of
State.
people thought he
God.
was the best.
Oh.
Sorry, Colton. Didn't mean to
tackle.
interrupt
But
you.
I don't even think he's that great of a tackle.
I think that's a very
okay.
good pick, actually. I like Paris
It's a good
Johnson a
pick.
He's
lot.
good. He's a good
Can't
one.
go wrong with a trench O-line.
I wouldn't have been
Good for
upset
the-
if the Lions took him.
But to
Yeah.
trade up for him?
They like their guy.
Well, they obviously
Yeah.
need an offensive line. So
They do. They need it badly.
You guys
anyway,
think
wow.
34 is enough to go back? Oh, sorry. Go on, Colt.
Yeah, let's let Colt continue.
go on,
What
Colt.
were you saying?
Sorry, Colt. Sorry.
risky pick just because Richardson's play was not so great, and he
What
didn't
are-
really win in college. So
What are your thoughts on his accuracy issues? Do you think that's something he
yeah,
can work
that's quite the concern. But from what I've seen on social media, it sounds like he's got like that winning mentality. It just I love Steichen and how he worked with Jalen Hurts. I think that Steichen can mold him into the quarterback that he wants him to be. So it's a lot better than not getting all these veteran quarterbacks every year. Like, at least we're starting fresh and
Yeah.
we're building around somebody. No more of this veteran baloney.
Hey, Colt, how do you think his golf game is?
Can't imagine too good. Can't imagine.
Well, he's a pretty good athlete. He's probably good at everything, but I'm sure you could beat him in golf.
I can hang my head on that. There you go.
Yeah, Colt. I think you might have. I mean, I know he's got some like a low floor, so to speak, but I think you got a real exciting potential here. This kid's got as much upside as anyone who's entered the draft at quarterback, as far as I can tell.
Yes, exactly. And it's an exciting time actually now, because now we got a new coach and we have found our quarterback.
Yep.
So I'm just like, we're probably gonna be pretty bad this year, but that's okay. As long as the Colts are fun to watch and there's a solid foundation.
You accept
that it's winning.
bad football? You
I mean,
bad
you gotta
football?
look towards the future. I mean, of course, I believe the Colts can win the Super Bowl, but from a realistic standpoint, probably
Sorry,
not.
something
Something about the-
Oh yeah. Oh, but
Okay, so there's some really quick, Colt. There's some updated terms to the Lions draft, the trade that was made.
Okay.
I'm looking right now. So the Lions traded pick 6 and 81, which is that third round pick,
Yeah.
and the Cardinals gave us pick 12, pick 34, and 168. So now we don't have a third rounder. We have 3 second rounders.
Okay.
So
Hmm.
I like
I
that a
love the
little
trade.
less,
A
actually.
little underwhelming,
yeah.
honestly.
yeah.
That
that's not great.
34 is really nice, but like that rest of that, I don't like the swapping of picks. Like, maybe if it was just 34 and another pick, but
6 and 12 is pretty far.
that's a
So
big
we got
drop.
what? We have
Yeah.
Out of the top 10?
I think
It
that
is pretty
tells you
far.
where Brad values his pick there. I think he didn't see anyone there worth the
Mm.
pick.
I think
think
he didn't
that's-
see anybody worth the pick when Witherspoon got picked. That's what I'm guessing.
Okay,
I
I
would
mean
agree
that's
with that.
possible, but I mean, there's no proof to that right now. That I mean, other than everyone mocked us to pick him.
Yeah.
Jalen Carter yet again falling down. So
Huh.
Why? Who
Must be
did
some serious
the
concerns
Raiders just
there.
pick?
no, they're picking now. I'm just saying the Cardinals didn't pick him, so he's already getting to 7.
Think
A
we'll
lot of
have
people
to
had him as the
those
best prospect in this draft coming in the offseason. So a little bit of surprise. But Colt, any last words? And also give us you have a podcast as well. Now you're a golfer, but you're a Colts fan. And last words, and then your info.
yes. So last words. We got our quarterback. Let's go Colts. And then yes, anyone listening, if you like golf, if you like college golf, Making Pars, Hitting Bars podcast available on Apple, Spotify. Here we go. Come tune into the pod. A lot of good things coming.
Repeat
All
that
right.
again. What's the name of the
All right.
podcast? One more time.
Making Pars, Hitting Bars podcast.
All right. There
All
you
right.
go.
Yeah.
What if you don't like golf? Can you still tune in?
Oh, if you like a good time, then yes.
All right.
All right.
All
Sounds
right.
good.
We love
There
it.
you go.
We love
Thank
it.
you, Colt, for coming on the podcast. We appreciate you, and good luck to your Colts.
All right, go Lions.
All right. Yeah.
All
There you go.
right. All right.
I knew I
Love
liked
to
that
hear it.
kid.
So, man, I mean, the Lions thank you to Colt for hopping on the pod. But, man, the Lions making some big moves here that maybe we didn't quite expect coming into this, especially this trade. So, again, they get rid of the third rounder.
Was right.
And they acquire, I got to see where 168 falls.
That's the fifth round or
Fifth round,
sixth.
I think the fifth
Yeah,
round.
81 to 168 is a big drop back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
doesn't seem great. I'll see what he must have something in mind. I hope he does.
Yeah,
He must have
like-
something in mind, or this is just not a. They just don't see this as a top. They rather
They like this
accumulate
range.
talent in the mid range rather than the top range, because the top range is even the top range coming in this draft wasn't seen as like elite
So,
compared to.
I
some
will
other
say
drafts.
this though:
Right.
in the next 5 picks, we can like add a shit ton of talent. Like
Yep,
we got
Lucas Van
12,
Ness
18,
and 12.
34,
Yeah.
48, and 55. Like holy crap,
Mhm.
we can add some talent.
Or 34. That'll give us some good.
Jameer Gibbs.
Nice.
Well,
Mm,
my gosh, we can do so much.
yeah, we can do so many things.
I mean, like we don't even need a pick after the second round now. Like we're gonna add so much talent in these next several picks. Wait,
Hmm.
12,
What do
18,
We got now. We got
34,
number 7 up.
Raiders pick is in at 7.
8 and 55.
Think they'll get Carter? They like the bad guys there.
We have 5 picks
They
in the
do.
top 55 right now. We're taking a dip
Yeah.
out of this draft. Let's
Raiders
go.
could use a quarterback. They could be.
You know, it's fun to
We
have a
got
lot
Jimmy
of picks,
G,
I
man.
gotta say.
We got Jimmy G.
Jimmy G's are temporary though. They could use a long term one.
34 though, that's the third pick now in the second round, isn't it? Because there's not a 32nd in the first.
Yeah.
2,
that's
3,
right.
You're right. You're right. Sorry. Yep. You're right.
That's weird.
Which makes
But-
sense because the Cardinals are the third pick. So
So we'll be picking third tomorrow though. That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
it is dope. Dope.
3
It's
times
100. It's fire.
100. Because
Oh, damn, my computer's dying.
No.
Resuscitate!
no.
It's live such a good life.
All right. I just put the life support on it. We're good.
oh, you're just gonna ignore its
I just want to read
DNR
some
like
of our
that?
comments. So Adam,
Who did the Raiders?
Adam thinks that the trade still favors the Lions by a few points.
It's close.
And he agreed with me that Witherspoon with Holmes is guy. So
I could see it.
I could do. Totally.
also noted that Devin Witherspoon is the number 1 cornerback in this draft, not Christian Gonzalez, like some were thinking coming in.
The selection proves it.
Tyree Wilson.
Well,
to
everyone's
the
been
Raiders.
picking Witherspoon above him.
The Raiders,
Tyree
the
Wilson.
Raiders have Max Crosby. Pairing him
Wow.
with him is that's pretty nice for the Raiders. The Raiders need a lot of help everywhere, so they couldn't really go wrong with the pick.
God, Jalen Carter might fall to the Bears.
Oh, interesting that
He
we
might.
just passed this D line talent though.
Tyree Wilson. Yeah.
We
They
I
need a
traded
know.
lot of help. So, I mean, if they get Carter, great. Our offensive line is elite. I think we can handle them. So, I'm not too worried. If the
What if we
Bears
took
end
a
up with him-
Cyrus Torrance or Cyrus
Hey.
Torrance?
Tyree Wilson has the best suit so far, though. I gotta give him that.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
Look at that thing. It is flowery.
Yeah. These long arms is his big thing.
60,
mean, I wouldn't have been mad if we had gotten him, but the last is not to be.
Now we can get Jake Moody with her at 34.
Jake Moody at 12.
Now that
Grab
would be
Kool-Aid.
shocking.
It's gonna be so interesting, you guys. Like, this is gonna really reveal Brad and Dan's just mentality, like who they like, what they look at in prospects and stuff. Like, maybe you're right. It was Witherspoon. I wonder if we'll get to know that. I wonder if they'll reveal that to us. Well, like,
I don't
No,
think they will.
you won't.
Hmm. So now the Falcons are up next. Right.
Yeah.
man, what are we gonna do?
I honestly think they might take Bijan at 12 if he's there.
I could
I'd
see
love
it.
that. I'd love it.
And then maybe Cansey at 18, or maybe they trade up a little bit for Cansey. It's 16. I don't know.
Adam also thought that Holmes might value 6 and 12 like pretty evenly, which I think a lot of people in this draft might do. Like the mid range is pretty. Like this is a deep draft, but not top heavy. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Yep.
it does.
So
You're right. There's no. I think I saw people say there was only like 15 first round grades for a lot of for some scouts and stuff in this entire draft, which is interesting. But yeah, apparently they didn't even think there was that many first rounders to fill out the
Atlanta's pick is
round.
in.
So picks in for Atlanta.
Yep.
Ooh.
Mm.
Tyree Wilson just picked up.
Yeah, I saw that.
Good all he was nothing.
Did a bunch of money fall out of his pockets because that guy's so rich?
the
Goodell.
Falcons need
Yeah.
a quarterback, so it wouldn't shock me if they will Levis here.
Yeah.
That would be.
I still think
Desmond
the Bears might
Ridder
take
is
that
not-
Northwestern guy.
They need a lot of help everywhere. Bijan Robinson would be good because they're run heavy for offense.
Oh, I hope they don't take Bijan. That's gonna be so sad.
Yeah. I hope Jalen Carter falls to 12 and we get him.
don't
Jeff
know.
on the podcast.
Honestly, if we pass on him at 6, I'm not sure we'll even take him at 12. I have a feeling they just don't think he fits culturally. But I mean, we'll see.
They've got a very tough compete factor. What was it? Only a few players at the combine checked all the boxes for them.
Right.
Yeah, I
They're
think
pretty picky with it.
Dan said something along the lines there's 200 players here, and I think maybe 4 or 5 of them fit our type. And if Jalen Carter is not that guy, I think if he was that guy, I think there's no doubt we sat still at 6 and took him. But maybe the mitigation of falling back and getting more resources makes him feel more comfortable with it. But I just don't know. If you're not too worried about getting him if you pass him at 6 is my point.
I agree. Harris Johnson at 6 is still crazy to me.
Yeah. He fits the mold though. I think that's the thing. He fits a mold of a true tackle where Skronsky was more of a tweener.
I think Paris Johnson's a great pick. I was listening to his coach being interviewed on Chicago radio, and the guy's he's just a sponge and for coaching. The guy he loves working and getting coached, and he's learning. He's just a really good player.
He's got elite height.
Yeah.
Big dude.
So I'm glad he didn't fall to the Bears. So that's good.
Yes.
Yeah. But I wonder if the Bears will take Skronsky or if they're going to go with Carter.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, we're working on our giveaway in a moment, so sorry for the delay. I didn't realize how hard it is to pick a winner in these things. So
it's kind of a complicated.
Did they have to be
Entry
right on
system.
their mock of the Lions pick to win? I'm just kidding. Did anyone pick trade back?
Nobody picked trade back. No.
I'm not shocked that they traded back, but I just was hoping they got Carter. But alas.
I honestly thought we were going to pick one of those two guys instead of trading back, but it was just I never felt super confident in the way Brad Holmes and Dan talked about Carter after his visit. It didn't sound. I mean, it's easy to get confused when everyone's trying to mislead you, but it just didn't sound like they were super excited about it. It was just sort of oh yeah, it was better.
I thought it was a smoke screen.
Which right, it could have been, but I don't know. It just never felt right.
The pick is in.
What do we got here? What do we got?
Got Bijan at number 1 of their best available.
It's not Bijan too. I want Bijan or Gibbs, but
they could take Bijan. I wouldn't be surprised.
I could see Philly taking them. I'll see.
One of those explosive
Okay.
running backs would be just so fun to have.
Here we go. Seems like two other guys walked up with Goodell.
A lot of Lions fans up near the stage there.
Yeah, I saw that before the draft started. There was a lot of
Big
Lions
group
presence
of
up
them,
front.
yeah.
Let's see.
Falcons select. Goodell would ever stop running his mouth and make the pick. I actually don't know what he's saying because there's no volume.
That's all right. You don't need it. What do you guys say? Roger Goodell's contract is up soon, so they're renegotiating. Are you guys pro Roger Goodell or anti Roger Goodell? What's your feeling on him?
I kind of neutral on him, but the NFL's ratings have never been better, so they're definitely
Yeah.
gonna bring him
Yeah.
As
back.
far as his
20%.
job, he's done a great job at his job. Like
I don't
growing
like
the
what he's
sport.
done.
He's getting re-signed.
Connor, don't rip this kid who's reading the pick, all right?
No,
Don't-
he's a great
don't-
kid. I love this kid, and they took Bijan Robinson. God damn it!
Damn it!
Oh, BJ.
Oh man.
Man.
Ah.
That's one fantasy.
That's a tough one.
eliminated.
Well, my two guys I picked in the first round are gone now. So
All right.
Damn.
I was on the Jamir Gibbs train anyway for this draft. I think he's a better fit than Bijan.
we could still get Deontay Banks.
I agree with that.
We could get Jamir.
Yeah.
Bob,
still
it's
get
funny though that like it's flipping too. Like it's Bijan going first and Jalen Carter is still available.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That just tells me his interviews
the
are
Eagles-
not
Oh, the
that
Eagles have
impressive.
traded up to 9. They must
Bears?
want Jalen Carter.
Bears getting more picks.
Oh man.
Oh, they might. They might be able
Bears
to
need all the
handle
picks they can get because it doesn't matter how many they get. They're not going to be good.
Yeah.
They have Justin Fields at quarterback. Despite what you know,
him
talk
and
to
Derek
Well,
Brown.
Bears fan
Oh no, what's his name from Georgia last year? He could be paired with Jordan Allen or what was that kid's name? The giant monster who ran a ridiculous 40 at like 360 pounds or something. Does anyone help? Can anyone help me out here? No.
I'm not sure. I don't know.
The kid, the tackle out of Georgia last year, the massive dude. Nobody? Was anyone? Z? Justin? Thank you, Kid
Yeah,
J. I
Jordan
knew you
Davis.
would
Oh,
say
sorry,
that.
I missed your question.
Jordan Davis. Him and Jordan Davis next to each other. Whew, that-
They already
Wow.
have like the deep or the best D line. Some would say the best D line. I mean, they led the NFL in sacks last year.
The pick
Some would
is
say the
in.
playing conditions didn't help them in the NFL, in the Super Bowl last year. But
yeah, like that's just a
Bijan.
crazy thought to have him next to Jordan Davis.
I wonder what did the Bears give up to? I mean, get for the Eagles to move up.
yeah, let's see.
Bijan, man.
Trying to see.
Val.
That's kind of crazy because Carter fits exactly what the Bears need, a 3 technique on the defensive line.
Mhm.
They let him go. Maybe they'll still get him. They
What do you
moved
mean
back
they
one
let him
spot.
go?
Well, they traded with the Eagles.
Oh, the Bears just traded out. Okay, I didn't.
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
but they get the
Did-
next
did you-
pick. They
did
might
you
still get
just-
him.
Realize?
I heard the Eagles traded up. I didn't realize it was with the Bears.
Oh, I get you.
I think a lot of Bears fans are going to be upset. They seem to want Carter really bad.
What do they get though?
Albert Breer is saying the Eagles are taking Jalen Carter.
Yeah.
He's
The
been on top
rich
of
get
tonight.
the rich get richer.
That
Yeah.
is true.
The rich are really getting richer here. They must not care about the character issues. I wonder what the Lions seeing them.
I think they're looking
We'll
for a
never know.
very specific character, and I'm not saying Jalen Carter has bad character. I have a feeling he just didn't mesh.
Yeah, did he make any bets recently? I guess not.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Well,
JMO.
Eagles are kind of the leader in front office technique. Right? I mean, they are a perennial contender every year. So they have
They
a
got
good
a roster. They
infrastructure.
can afford to take home run shots too, though.
Yeah, they've done a great team building job. They're all in for one more year here. They got some guys retiring the following year.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to see what the Bears got. Let's see. So Lions.
I have a feeling
Eagles
the Sea-
traded pick number 10. So now the Bears are up. So the Bears move one back. Not a big one. Except for losing Carter. And a 4th rounder. So basically the Eagles gave the Bears an extra 4th rounder to move up one spot.
I mean, if they're taking an O lineman anyway, that's probably not a bad move. I mean, maybe they didn't like Carter either, you know? Or
That's
not,
interesting.
Not like him, but
I'm sure Bears fans will be going nuts though because they wanted Carter. And like,
yeah,
you know.
I think Skoronski's going to be their pick now.
Yeah, that makes
That makes
sense.
sense.
It should be Skronsky.
they
If
need to
it's your
protect
local
that
boy-
poor man. Field.
Well, local kid, and they need an O-line really bad. Really bad.
Yeah, to protect Fields.
Yeah.
Like that kid can't. His career is going to end short if they don't figure out how to protect him.
All right, now who do we have on our short list for Lions?
Look at how Bijan's hat is on his head. It like floats over his head.
Yeah.
Like floating. It's weird.
So we could still take Gonzalez or Nolan
Yeah.
Smith or
There's good
Yeah.
players. I
There's
mean,
still we still got
Brian
Jack Campbell.
Branch.
You got
Van Ness.
Van Ness.
yeah.
I don't know what they think of the other D tackles, like Brissy or I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think
Brady
Brissy at this
even,
point.
Yeah.
And we still got all these cornerbacks too. Joey Porter, Gonzalez.
Deontay
Yeah,
Banks.
true.
Deontay Banks said like it'd get at 18. if we
Yeah.
could.
Well, by trading back, they're pretty much they can choose whatever the hell they want. Like I don't see any
And
kind
we
of
still
like
got Jamir Gibbs too.
yes,
Yeah.
Gibbs. I like Gibbs.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Not to mention these tight ends. No tight ends have gone yet.
Oh God, please not another first round tight end.
I think this is a little deeper tight end class than previously. So
The
Yeah.
thing is, I
There's
haven't
a-
seen a tight end class yet that you need to reach on the top guy. There's like always these mid round prospects that seem to pan out to some level.
Hmm.
This is so crazy.
Yeah, this is a wild draft so far.
Brad's holding us on pins and needles here, man. Oh.
Yeah.
Lions will be up soon.
Unless they trade back again, which will drive me crazy.
Yeah.
I want a pick. I want somebody to cheer for.
they're gonna trade back to 31. It'll be here all night.
Yeah.
Jalen Carter.
There it is. Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's a good pick for the Eagles myself.
It is a good pick for them.
Well,
Damn
we
it.
got a good roster and can afford a guy who
by
Yeah,
our
they have
take
issues
on
or not.
elections, and they pretend.
what?
Whoa.
I-
Whoa. What was that?
I don't know. I just hate anything that makes Eagles fans happy because I hate Eagles fans.
Oh
They're like the worst people. Bob, come on. Remember?
yeah.
We went to the game. We
Oh,
were
yeah.
in fear for our lives that day. I don't know.
Oh
We
my
walked out of there alive, but they were awful fans. Just terrible.
They were terrible.
You guys wonder if Jameson situation had anything to do with our move?
Oh, according to Brad Biggs, the Bears are taking Darnell Wright from Tennessee, offensive tackle.
He's a
Oh,
good one.
That's
He's
great.
a
He
good
is
one.
good.
He's okay.
He's a good
But-
one.
Good. Leave us more other people.
I think Skoronski's getting looked at as a guard, not a tackle, because of his short arms and all that stuff. This kid from Tennessee's a good player. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we could take Skronsky, keep that depth going for.
I'd have no problem with that. Actually,
I take Torrance at like 18 though, probably.
You take him over Skoronski, man.
I'd rather get an elite guard than a tackle guard prospect personally.
Let's stop the Lions from trading back from 12 again. Let's get 4. Let's get 5 second
I
round.
mean,
Yeah.
there's nothing technically.
Let's get the whole second round. Let's just trade. We'll have picks 33 through 60 or something.
Just a quick note for our podcast team here. Can you guys all look in the chat? Really quick. Thank you. No.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Where's that? Chat?
the Bears, the Bears desperately need no line, obviously. And do you guys think Justin Fields is their answer going forward, though?
I think he's fine. I don't know if he's the greatest thing out there, but if they put some stuff around him, he's a great athlete. He can throw, he can run. I don't know. I mean, he's got to prove him wrong first. I mean, he had nothing to work with last year, the year before. So
Who's that?
I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt for the time being.
Who are you talking about? Oh,
Justin
Fields?
Yeah.
I mean, he showed he's dangerous with his legs. He's got a decent arm. Can he be a good pocket passer? Hard to say with, like you said, UJ, the lack of tools. But they added tools for him.
Well, I mean, look, we said the same thing about Jared Goff. I mean, Goff, you put the tools around the kid and look what he does. I mean, he's got a line, he's got receivers. I guess it's true with most any quarterback if you think about it, but
true. Though Goff is a pure passer, whereas Fields is sort of like a dual threat.
Well, true that. But
Goff was #1 pick, coming out of college.
Yeah.
Like
the Bears pick is in. Any word out there yet?
Oh, look at Jalen Carter's crying. Maybe we don't need that on the Lions anyway.
Yeah,
he almost fell to the top 10 because he didn't take any top 10 visits. Remember, or he didn't visit anyone outside the top 10. Rather,
there's no
so
crying
he was right.
in football.
Yeah. Bob, I think you're right. We dodged a bullet there, buddy.
Carter, man. What are you crying about? Get in there. Oh, sorry,
coach. Sad.
I do like Carter though, for real. I mean, I think he's a good pro.
That's a dangerous D line.
Yes, it is.
Wow.
Sure.
I hope
Elijah
the Lions will be line at some point.
Elijah Campbell.
Let's
go.
Especially with Bijan off the board.
Do you guys feel better if we took Cansey at 12 instead of taking him at 6 at least?
Yeah, that'd be better than 12. I mean, better than 6. Yeah.
Well, yes, obviously, yeah.
I mean, like then you could get on board instead of being like naysayers, like you have been.
He's like a T-Rex with little tiny arms, isn't he?
But he's like a really fast
T-Rex.
I think he fits our culture just based on the way he interviewed. So I think he seems like a Lions type player.
Bears take Will Levis. No, I'm just kidding.
That would be crazy.
So Levis is going to be the one that drops today, it looks like.
He was the one I think, and not that I made any prediction, but he was the one I was kind of thinking would of that group just because he doesn't have the upside of Carter or Richardson, but a lot of the same flaws, if not, like maybe he's a little more productive, but
no, I don't know about the same flaws. I mean, as far as him reading defenses, that kind of stuff, I think he's light years ahead of Richardson, but Richardson's just a freak athlete, just freak. His upside is definitely higher.
It is.
Okay, what are the Bears doing here?
And then Tennessee, right? Is next.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
I don't know what they're going for.
Everyone, not just our podcast crew. Really, really quick look at our private chat. That's the last time I'll ask you to do that.
Yeah.
All right, so Darnell Wright, offensive tackle for Tennessee.
Oh, what?
Those are the Bears.
Oh, OT. Never mind. I thought it said DT. I was like, how have I not heard of him? Oh no, I know who that is. Okay. Oh yeah, no, they did the right thing actually. I mean, they needed to get that O-line addressed.
The big man.
And he's you know what, I kept seeing him in highlights of like guys like Will Anderson and stuff as dudes that like caused some of the elite prospects to struggle.
He shut Will Anderson down.
That's what I'm saying. Like he shows up in all these videos as like making the elite guys struggle. So They did
Yeah.
it. That was a good pick. That was smart by the Bears,
Y'all need your vote.
and they traded back.
So the Tennessee, what are they looking for? Let's see.
Good question.
So we could take Gonzalez.
Yeah, we got
Can't see, baby.
Jeff, the Bears fan that's on the live stream, said he didn't want Carter. I don't believe that. Jeff, you're full of shit. He's been in the Lions den twice, so he can give it. He can.
we
he
got
can take it.
Van
Yeah.
Ness and Nolan Smith, and there's a couple
There's a lot of
good edge
talent.
guys out there.
Brian Branch is a good corner.
I
UJ,
just don't
I
think
need your
Wait.
vote. I need your vote. Look at the chat. Like,
Can't see.
thought I did.
Can't see. Can't see. I hope the Titans don't take can't see.
so the Titans have their pick in. A lot of people thought they'd trade up for Levis or Anthony Richardson.
They could take a wide receiver here too.
They need
Like-
a lot of help. They also need offensive line help.
And
They have
Jigba,
one of the worst
Yeah.
offensive lines in the NFL right now. So
Jackson Smith, and Jigba.
I hope they go Broderick from Georgia, because that's just a fun player. He's a road grader. If you want to talk about a guy that finishes, it doesn't matter because they're taking Peter Skoronski. So ignore that. Broderick Jones, ignore that. They're going to take Peter Skoronski. That's a good pick. I think he's really
Oh, so the pick's in? That was it?
uh-huh.
It's Gronsky?
Yeah, I think they're going to have him at right tackle. That's where I would guess, at least for now.
Is that announced, or do you just see that on Twitter?
No, I'm seeing on Twitter. Unfortunately, Twitter's ahead of these picks. I thought we were
They
beyond
are.
this, but kind of ruins the intrigue a little bit of the line.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird how slow cable is.
So we are going to announce the winner right after. Well, let's do it now. Should we do it now?
Yeah,
Sure, why not?
do it.
it.
All right. So it we couldn't quite decide on one winner, so we have $100 to give away. These two have contributed a lot to sharing and spreading drinking a Blue Kool-Aid. So our winner for the $100 NFL shop giveaway is two people: Grace Ruddy and Charlie Zacconi. So hopefully we can maybe get them on this podcast by the end of the night here to get their opinions on the night. But those are two winners. So congratulations to those two. Thank you everybody that participated in the giveaway. We greatly appreciate you participating. But yeah, so $50 for each of them, I think, is a proper way to go. We'll have more of those in the future, as long as advertisers give us money to give away. For sure. But anyways, someone just floated out Lions ran. What if the Lions take it Jackson Smith Njigba out of Ohio State, who
No.
really hasn't played in a year? The last time the Lions drafted a wide receiver that hadn't played it in a year.
I don't like that.
I don't like a receiver.
No.
Yeah.
None of these guys rate this high for us. I don't think they feel like what we need. We have a guy like Njigba already in St. Brown. Like, I don't think we need another. I mean, you can't add too many dynamic weapons, but like maybe a big bodied receiver or something. We need more than another small, quick guy.
Well, we got a
And-
couple good corners here left. We got all
Can't
the
see.
linebackers left. We got all the linebackers left. You got Cansey.
Can't see.
He's the only tackle I can see taking this high, but of the tackles that are left, though.
I like Can't.
Safeties, there's no one's picked a safety yet. You got Brian Branch.
Who did the Titans take? Did we know?
Yeah, they're going to take. It hasn't been announced officially, but it's Peter Skoronski,
Oh, okay.
the offense tackle tackle at Northwestern, might be a guard in the NFL.
Yeah.
I don't think if he's a guard, he'll be an elite guard. If he's a tackle,
Wow.
it's a little more up in the air.
So 3 offensive tackles in the first 11 picks.
Yep, it's an important position, huh?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The Lions are lucky to not be in that position and need somebody at the moment. So
Though if we took someone like Torrance in the next 2 picks, I would not be mad.
I wouldn't be mad about that either. To be
Get an
honest with you.
elite guard,
Definitely at
put him next to
12.
Sewell. Oh my gosh, that'd be sick. Our old line would be complete with just all draft picks from our own draft picks. 4 of them first rounders. That would be insane. We'd have the best.
Not to mention
O-line.
the depth we would have on our interior O line.
Yeah,
anyway.
with Graham and
Glasgow and Big V.
Big V.
I mean, yeah, holy cow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would not be mad.
I mean, wouldn't be, if guys gets hurt, we're not resorting to second and third stringers. We're resorting to other starters. I mean, legit
True.
starters.
So yeah, Gonzalez, Van Ness might be a good one here.
Yeah.
Biggie.
Elijah Cansey might be a good one here.
Hmm.
Cansey, come on,
Elijah
baby.
Cansey.
We could get him at
God.
152.
I'd be so excited if we drafted. I think 12 was the same pick Aaron Donald fell to as well.
Oh my god, that whole thing with the
Just makes
Aaron
sense.
Donald. Just because
Makes
they're
sense.
both small.
Okay, what's the pick?
And fast. Don't forget fast, Bob. He will be the fastest defensive tackle in the entire league. Day one.
He has to
Day
go
one.
you have to go like 2 feet. You don't have to sprint down the field. They're an offensive tackle.
It translates, Bob. Look at Donald. It
Well,
works.
I know you were a speedy lineman back in the day.
No, I
So-
wasn't, but speedy linemen sure as hell were hard to block.
Oh, what is it?
Wait,
Damn it! Why not?
The Lions are on the clock right now after this Peter Skronsky pick, and everything's leaking tonight. There's a lot.
they
of leaks.
listed
Somebody
Skronsky
tell
as a
me.
guard.
You want? Do
Go
you
ahead,
want me to
Bob.
tell you the pick? Do you want me to tell
No,
you?
no, I don't
You can
know.
tell me
You're gonna
or
wanna
text
know it. You're gonna
text
wanna
me.
know it.
Text me or tell me. I want to know.
Oh, I'm so nervous. I just want to see
Can I
it.
just say it right now?
Just say
Yeah.
it.
You, Jay, are you listening? Are you there?
Oh, he stepped
Oh,
away. Should we wait for you, Jay?
Jay.
Can you text me or something?
What
Where are you
happened to
finding this?
Connor?
I'll look it up
Justin
somewhere.
Rogers has responded to it, but I believe that the
Oh,
pick is going to
UJ's
be
back.
Jamir Gibbs.
Oh, yeah. Albert Breer said that. Okay, yeah. Awesome.
You, Jay.
Gibbs at 12?
Yes.
Let's go.
I like it.
Oh
I like
my
it.
God. I
This is
love
the
it.
best
guys I wanted.
But at 12?
Deadliest weapon in the draft right there, baby.
Oh my God, this guy is he's a
Oh, he's a
weapon.
dynamo. He's going to
At
be so
12? Oh,
I like
he's
it.
He's a
He'll-
weapon, dude.
good. The fourth
Man.
fastest running back of all time in the league. And he's not small. He's not a little tiny.
He's a home run hitter, baby.
Yeah. And,
This looks really bad for Swift now. I can tell you that.
Oh, I think Swift's gone.
no, I
Yeah.
think Swift.
No,
this
he-
year.
I
Well,
don't know
Swift
about
should play
that.
this year. We're gonna
After
triple
this
three-headed
year.
monster. Oh yeah. Well,
yeah, why not?
Oh, I love the 3-headed monster of Swift.
And plus, he's in a
Gibbs
contract
and-
year.
oh.
He's gonna want to look good, so he's gonna be motivated.
That's
Yeah,
another
this is
speed
great.
factor on our offense too. He can run go routes at receiver too. That can kind of fill in some of that speed loss of Jameson for the first 6
my
weeks.
God, this is
And
incredible.
then when Jamo comes back, we're gonna have so much freaking speed.
well,
I
I had Gibbs at 18 though. in
It was
my
nice,
mock.
UJ.
He was
I
my
love it.
18 pick.
Good call.
12.
Yeah.
I'll take him.
well done.
Oh,
Wow.
I'm so excited.
I like it because this is. I'm on Ross St. Brown said the Lions could have the best offense in the league, and I think this is just adding to this. I love it. Love it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Holy cow.
No, but he's a dynamic weapon, Big Z. I mean, this kid
Very.
is.
I'm not
wow.
denying it. I'm not denying it at all. What
And
a
it's-
two-headed monster of Montgomery and now Jameer Gibbs.
Well,
Again, I think
3-headed
Jameer Gibbs,
monster
like,
Swift sticks around.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I don't
Z,
think
what-
Swift is going to stick around. That's my guess.
I mean, he might be. Well,
My
not
guess, too.
You think he'll be here for the season at least? I think he's going to be here
No.
for the season. You think that we're going to trade him?
Yes.
I hope they don't.
I mean,
trade
I'm
him for the
fine with
season.
that if we get something decent, but I doubt we
A
trade him.
fifth, sixth. That's my guess.
A fifth or sixth? I think he's
Wow,
worth a
this
little
is
more than
just
that.
freaking. This is awesome.
Maybe a
Wow.
fourth rounder.
I'm
that's all
sorry,
there.
but it's awesome.
I love it. Can we give him
That's-
20?
That's cool.
This kid is a
Oh my
weapon,
god,
man.
I'm so freaking excited.
Maybe
This
he
is
and J-Mo
freaking
could go out
awesome. Let's
gambling
go,
together.
baby. They just
They-
announced it on my screen.
He and
Oh,
J-Mo
I
hit
like
the
this kid.
casinos, Motown Casino. Great.
Yeah, right.
So good. Oh,
Oh,
my
boy.
gosh.
I wasn't expecting this though. I will
well,
say that.
I guess
Yeah.
running back in the first round isn't dead, is it? Oh man, this is awesome. Our offense is going to be so dynamic and explosive. Oh,
I mean, if he breaks loose, no one catches this guy. No one will catch him.
no one's going to catch him. He's got decent size. He's say 5'9", but he's 200 pounds. I mean, that's not like a bad frame. He's not slender. He's not slight. Like he's small, but not like too small. And he can do between the tackles stuff. He's not just a receiver. You're not going to primarily run him between the tackles for that car crash all the time, but oh my gosh.
They should give him a number 20.
That's what I just said. I agree.
Yeah.
I would like to see that actually.
I want the rebirth of 20 on the Lions. Someone bold enough and good enough to claim it.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that route. He's gonna. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this is gonna be a lot of fun.
This
is gonna be a lot of fun. What a fun fantasy guy potentially too.
Him and Montgomery will be on the field together a lot, I imagine. Like
so unexpected, but it's kind of fun pick.
It's a fun pick.
Wow,
that is a sexy pick.
All these.
Are you seeing this reaction from Brett Holmes? Oh my god!
Oh, where
he seems more excited than when he drafted Penei Sewell.
Oh yeah.
And Campbell too,
or he just knows how to play it up to the cameras really well.
Campbell too.
Hell yeah!
Holy cow, man!
Oh my god!
Good for
hey,
Jamir
UJ,
Gibbs.
I was right. I didn't know how right I was, but
wow,
you were right. You were more right. You were more dedicated to the idea than I was. But
I just think it's a position of need long term. I mean, yeah, we got Swift now, but I mean, Swift's contract's coming up. And we got Montgomery for 3 years. Now we got this guy for 4 or 5 years.
Right.
I mean, that changed the room entirely.
He's an upgrade too. Like that's the thing. Like people might think he feels the same thing as Swift. Swift doesn't have this kid's speed. This kid is significantly faster than Swift. A good 1/10 of a second faster. This is real explosion speed. You know what? His 40 time was 4.36, fourth fastest ever at the combine. You know who the person just ahead of him was?
Who?
At 4.35?
I don't know.
Javid Best. Like, do you remember that speed? Do you remember when we had that speed? I know his injuries and all that, but this kid doesn't come with that baggage for that speed. Do you remember how different it was when Javid Best was tearing off yards in Detroit? Like, we haven't seen that at running back since. Like, that is, oh my goodness.
Wow.
This
awesome. Is interesting. Everyone's saying that we should be going D. And I wouldn't even be surprised now if they go offense again the second pick in this round. I'm not even lying.
Could happen.
Maybe Osiris Torrance or something like that, guard and running back.
I want a D lineman. Give me one.
If
extra
Cansey's
D-lineman
there,
no.
If Cansey falls,
Cansey's the only one I'd take here now for the rest of this round. Otherwise,
what about
I'm
Van
the
Ness?
second round. Yeah, but he's still an edge guy. He's not really.
Yeah,
a D
I agree.
lineman.
You don't really want an edge.
I kind of want a more pure D lineman than an edge guy. You know what I mean?
Well,
but
Van Ness is a pure D lineman. I don't know what you mean.
Well, he's more of an edge guy, right?
Like a D end. He's like 6'5", 265, if I'm not mistaken.
Interior lineman.
Oh, well, interior lineman.
That's what
you
I'm
want a D tackle.
About, which was Jalen Carter was.
Right. Okay. D tackle.
And even Cansey, that's what he is, even though he's small, but he's still an interior defensive lineman.
Yes. Interior is what we need. And
right.
I mean, there are some
rush up the middle. We need that rush up the middle.
But now that we have an extra second rounder, I don't know.
I was just gonna say like Mozzie Smith at 34 or something like that.
Sure. Keanu
Benton, yeah. I'd love to see that pick too.
Some people don't think he'll get out of the first round, but
really?
Mm-hmm.
I've seen him like in the second and third round in every mock draft I've seen.
Daniel Jeremiah had him in the top. He had him going in the 20s.
Oh, I mean, it's possible. I don't.
And
these drafts are so
pretty accurate tonight so far. Well, not the Jamir Gibbs one. I don't think anybody saw the Jamir Gibbs one.
Oh my!
Not at 12.
Not at 12,
no.
but
we right back
at 18. But
well, he didn't go before Bijan, but I'm not surprised he went this early.
I'm just pretty excited for what this offense is going to look like back there. Holy cow!
Hell yeah!
Oh,
I was hoping they would draft. Well, I wanted Bijan, but this is like 1A and 1A, like 1 and 1A.
Yeah.
So I thought we needed a running back going forward, and this is gonna be awesome.
Right
But-
position, Bob, different player, but right.
Yeah, I was just
position,
thinking
Yeah.
on it.
Bijan was more along the vein of Montgomery, just because he's more like a 3-down, every down back kind of guy.
Your
This is
grinder,
the
your bell cow.
more like the Thunder, and this kid is the Lightning, man. This kid's gonna
And we'll
it's
have
gonna
him
be a great
and
compliment.
Montgomery for like 3 years now too, because we signed Montgomery to a multi-year contract. So
Yeah,
I mean, we're set at running back as long as barring injuries for the foreseeable future, basically.
Yeah.
oh my god,
Oh, I
I
love
still
it.
can't believe it.
That's a
I don't
home
know,
run swing right there, man. I mean, you know what I think of the Chiefs and like offenses, dynamic offenses are what seem to win things these days. It's all slanted that way. I'm not surprised they wanted a home run hitter.
See the Packers go safety here.
They're taking defensive end Lucas Van Ness.
That's 2 Alabama players that picked
Are
12
they?
in back-to-back
Yeah.
years.
They're
You
taking
realize
Van
that?
Ness, huh?
2
Yeah.
Alabama weapons at 12 in back-to-back years the Lions have picked.
Okay, Van Ness.
I don't
is
mind
not
that.
gone.
Pick from the best teams, right?
Well, it's 3 of the top
I
edge
wanna-
guys gone.
I want to know how Albert Breer is he like standing next to the stage? How does he get all these names before they're announced?
Yeah, he's
Maybe
like
he's in the locker room.
Woj and Shams do this on NBA draft night usually, where they announce the pick before.
Hmm.
Kinda weird.
They have all these sources inside that give them the information, but it's
I would
kinda
think the
lame.
NFL would want to kind of stop that, but I
Right.
don't know.
That was weird. Who was that guy that just like threw himself on top of Luke Van Ness?
This kid's from Barrington, Illinois.
Lucas Van Ness, great pick.
Yeah, it's a
so
good pick.
I'm bummed he's in the division. Oh, he's 272, UJ. Well, I realize you're talking D tackle now, but that dude's a D lineman right
That's
there.
someone I wanted the Lions to get. So
Oh, easy. I know he's a good
I-
one.
said as
I
much.
I can't fault him on that one. He's got tools too. His burst numbers, like his physical numbers, are very good. Like they stack up with the best guys out there.
Oh, absolutely.
Like 4.65 with like a 1.6 or like 1.59. I want to say like 10. Like that's legit. Damn.
Yep.
I just have a feeling we weren't targeting end at all in this draft, or at least not in the first round. Like I'm not sure we were even looking for Will Anderson because we have a lot of talent at those positions. Like
Well, yeah, exactly.
between the
That's-
Aquaras and Charles Harris and James Houston and Hutch and the last two draft picks are what's his name, Pascal. Like we have so many end guys.
James Houston.
Yeah, I said Houston, I think, but
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
like we have so much talent there. I just like we don't have a ton of talent at D tackle, though we did. I know we missed this in the news alerts. We did re-sign Benito Jones, you guys, so maybe we don't need a D tackle.
Benito.
Uh-huh.
So who's up next? This Pittsburgh.
I think they go Joey Porter.
Yeah, it
Makes
just makes too
sense.
much sense for them.
Wait,
a
no,
legacy guy like that.
Kalijah Cansey, because he's a Pitt guy, right? It's Rick.
I don't like
right.
that
Hey.
pick.
Actually,
though.
Pittsburgh was talking about him.
I
Yeah.
can't fault
Interested in
him,
that
but
guy.
I hope you're wrong.
Yeah,
But Joey Porter Jr. like fits them so
Nah.
perfectly.
Cansey's gone right now. It's
Shut up,
happening.
EJ.
Sorry, Red
No one
Dog.
wants your stupid opinion. No, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding.
Oh,
Oh man, I hope you're wrong.
I kind of do too, but I don't know.
Cansey would if we get Cansey and Gibbs. Oh my god,
Gibbs going 12.
I'm
Man.
so freaking psyched.
Big
I'm
Z can't
happy,
get
but-
over it. Big Z just can't get over it.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
just think it's, I
Ladies
thought
and
it might be
gentlemen,
a reach.
stay tuned.
A
to see
reach
how
on
Big
what?
Z-
What do you measure a reach on? Sorry,
yeah,
EJ.
because Todd McShay thought he shouldn't be there. That
I
doesn't.
know, like
Because I thought he shouldn't be there. This is my personal opinion.
I know,
Ladies
but
and
I'm asking what makes you think he wasn't worthy of the pick?
We will keep
I
you
just
up
thought
to
we had
date
bigger
on.
needs.
We will keep you up to date on Big Z's mental state following.
I
picking
mean,
up
the
Jamir Gibbs
NFC
this
is
early
wide
in the
open
draft.
this year. We have big needs
will help.
inside. We need depth at the DB position.
We just added defensive backs.
Roderick Jones, offensive tackle.
Ah,
Nice.
Well, they need all the help they can get at
Guy's still there, Rud Dog.
I
Still
know,
there.
dude.
They got to see Cansey all the time, and they thought, nah, no thanks.
Well, they did need an offensive
Are you going to
tackle.
feel bad about dissing Cansey when we draft him, Bob?
Yeah, I'll
As a
come
Lion?
around if we get him. But as of now, he's a bum.
Oh, what?
Well, once we pick him, then we're a fan. It's just the way it is.
They'll show the war room after they pick him. They'll be just like kind of.
Who told him Cansey? I didn't say that.
You picked up the wrong slip of paper. Damn
I
it.
thought sorry.
That was the
Greg.
don't draft pile.
You were saying the decorations here are fancy. I thought you.
Oh man.
Oh man, 3 more picks. Let's go. A lot of O linemen. I feel like O linemen always get overlooked in the draft though, because they're just not sexy. Like they're that big dude that is only really part of a whole of 5. Like he's not going to make a ton of game changing plays on their own. I feel like most fans just have a hard time paying attention to O line after like maybe the top few guys, like, and then they just pick a name that's everyone else said already and they just run with it. Like it's probably the least analyzed position by just casuals. That's what I'm thinking.
That's your theory. That's your
my
theory.
I'm sticking to it unless it's proven wrong.
Well, if we do get a cornerback, though, I think Deontay Banks would be a good pick at 18.
Well, unless there's a run on
Agreed.
them right now, at least like one of them's going to be there. Like whether it's Porter, Gonzalez, or your guy you just said.
Yeah.
Unless there's a run, which there could be. The Jets.
see what
What
we
do
got
the
here.
Jets need? A receiver for Favre? I mean, for Favre too? I mean, or Aaron Rodgers?
I can't remember what the Jets needed again. I think they needed O-line too.
They just got Rodgers, so I imagine they're going to want to make him happy. Well, they do have Garrett Wilson, right? So I guess not a receiver unless they need another one. Their defense is stacked. I don't know, but I'm going to go.
Jets need interior offensive line, Jack. So this is where
Offensive line? Oh, Torrance.
Osiris Torrance, possibly.
You notice it's mostly the tackle prospects that have gone so far.
Right.
Though I think Skronsky, they listed him as guard, but I'm thinking Z's right. They're looking at him as tackle versatility. But then again, I think he's good enough to do both, so who knows?
So the Jets are on the clock.
Yeah. So the
Torrance.
Jets, they swap picks in the Aaron Rodgers trade.
Torrance would be a hell of a pick for them to keep him clean. Keep that run.
What do you think about Rodgers going to the Jets? Are the Jets a Super Bowl contender now?
Not because of that.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I'm
They'll
not sure.
win a couple more games and then get dumped in the wild card round.
I wouldn't be surprised if Aaron Rodgers doesn't just go in there and start gelling and it struggles a bit and it's not super smooth, but we'll see.
What do you think, Z? You like it? For the
I do.
Jets?
Unfortunately, I do, and I'm glad it's in the AFC, so we can watch from afar. Well,
I thought that was good for the Packers. They got good value out of it.
The Packers did a good job holding
Declining
out, getting good value
asset.
Yeah, no, it depends how long Rodgers plays for the Jets. Kind of how good that value is in the long run. Does he play just 1 year? Does he play 2? I don't know.
Well, if they win the Super Bowl, it's worth it, no matter what. But I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah. It's a tough one.
Yeah.
But the Jets need O-line, although the Steelers jumping in front of the Jets might change that a little bit.
I think Osiris Torrance goes here.
If they go Jackson Smith and Jigba, that's really fun wide receiver room. Although I don't see that happening personally.
Yeah.
But the top available right now, I'm pulling up the list. Man, Van Ness, I wish he didn't go to the Packers. I was really root for his career because I really liked him. I was higher on him maybe than some others. But I just thought he played really well. I thought he'd been a good compliment to Hutch on the outside, to guys that just like to work and get after it. What is going on? I can pull up
What's going on with these Jets? So
I'm pulling them right now. I don't know if do any of you guys have the list up, just the top guys remaining.
Yeah, and what position are you talking about?
Any position. Oh, here we go.
I'm thinking guard here.
What if the Lions got Gonzalez at 18? All this, people mocking him at 6, and then he falls all the way to 18. That would maybe be a steal.
You're
I
right.
would say.
Yeah, for sure.
But nonetheless, I want D lineman. I want a D lineman really bad.
Well, who would you take this high though, Z? 18.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Let me ask you that.
Might be able to get someone in the second round.
I know you want one bad, but who would you take here?
Because you don't want to reach just for the need,
No, I know what you're saying.
Who are you talking about reaching for?
D lineman. If Z wants a D lineman so bad, who would you take at 18? That's the question.
What do we think about Nolan Smith?
I would be super psyched about Nolan Smith. His measurables are elite.
He's pretty good.
That kind of speed, you can't teach.
What do we think about this guy? He played at Pitt. Kalijah. No.
Don't make me reach to that screen and slap you, Z.
Joey Porter is a decent fit for the Lions. But again, D lineman you're talking about. Miles Murphy. I'm curious if that's a possibility as well. Some people are higher him than others. Again, this isn't like a top heavy draft; it's a deep draft, not top heavy.
I'm not sure about.
If we didn't have him on, I'd love Jordan Addison, but Jordan Addison's my top wide receiver in this draft. Also notable, by the way, no wide receiver taken in the first 14 picks. Which is notable. Which has gone against what we've seen the past few years. I think it's a pretty weak wide receiver draft class.
Yeah.
Which I think people are kind of thinking it was a little weaker this year.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think your top guy is coming off of injury, I think, right? In Jigba.
Who do we got here?
Not my top guy.
Oh, not your top guy.
My top guy is Jordan Addison.
Oh yeah, where's he? I don't think I've heard of him. Who is that?
Nolan Smith.
Rud dog. Oh. Jordan Addison.
Where's Addison from?
He was at Pitt for a couple of years with Kenny Pickett. Won the best wide receiver award. I forgot the name of the award. And then he joined USC last year and led up to with Caleb Williams. The guy's a beast. Also a really, really good punt returner. Really good route runner. Not elite speed, but good speed.
They're saying Nolan Smith to the Jets.
Oh, they are? Okay, sorry. I missed talked over you. Nolan Smith, it's a good pick. Richard. The Jets have a very good defense.
We're going to get at least a shot at either Banks, Porter, or Gonzalez if we want them.
Yeah.
One of them,
Definitely.
The evaluation's got to be all over the board in all these war rooms this year.
No kidding.
Still notable, by the way, Will Levis has not been picked yet.
That is notable.
He's fallen, baby.
He is really fallen.
He's been the main foil of this whole freaking
People had him. Draft. There was his odds dropped to 4 to. It went from 60 to 1 to 4 to 1 over the weekend to be the number 1 overall pick.
Well, that was like a Reddit thing, right?
Yeah.
But man, a random Reddit post get you the odds moving that crazy.
What are all those odds are based on outsider information.
But even besides that, I did see him in a lot of top 10. Levis.
Oh yeah,
he was in most top 10s from what I saw.
It's so hard for casual viewers like who aren't able to get into deep film with these quarterbacks to like get a real sense of them. So like anyone who seems to be in the ballpark of like qualifying categories, you just always assume teams are going to reach on quarterback. And like, so there's a good chance, like as long as they have a certain amount of attributes, they're going to, go. But like when you got so many in a class like this, one of them's probably going to have a harder chance of that happening.
So the Jets are taking
That's
defensive
hilarious.
end Will McDonald from Iowa State.
Oh, I like him. I thought he'd be there in the second though. That's based on
Yeah,
everything.
that shows how these mocks are like crazy this year.
They're
It's
worthless.
really hard.
Yeah, it's all over the place.
Hard draft to pick this year.
But yeah, he's good. Explosive athlete. Ooh,
He'll be
wow.
24 by the time the season starts. So okay,
He's an old man.
yeah, his grandson is gonna come up there with him. And
Hope
take
he's
the
got
pick.
some leaves to take before the games and stuff.
Yeah,
Well, I'm confused. I thought you said Nolan Smith is going to the Jets. What are we
That's
doing
what I
here?
thought he was. That's what
Where'd you get that from?
Yeah, where'd
I'm
you
watching, and they're showing him in his living room, and they're like,
Oh,
they're,
you, Jay.
What? Did I give you a false?
were they
Yes,
celebrating?
you absolutely did.
Yeah, where
it's Will McDonald, right? Is that,
to the Jets?
It's Will McDonald going to the Jets. Okay.
yeah,
Ah,
That's interesting.
I threw a curveball there, messing
Yeah.
you guys up. All right, well, I'm watching with no volume, so I don't know.
But on a deep draft like this, it's so, like I feel like there's so many players in the same range in this draft. Like especially this first two rounds, there's so many players that you could see worthy of like a similar like late first round pick or like early second round pick. Like, but it all depends on who you like.
We could go linebacker.
Well, I did not win my bet on
Jack Campbell.
DraftKings tonight, by the way. I thought the Lions would take D-line first,
Same.
and they did not. Nope. A running back
Yeah.
was like 20-1 or something for the Lions to pick as their first pick tonight. So
oh, you should have bet that.
well, can't predict that.
Well, that's
Pretty
why
bad
they
was
got
the
this
first
little
surprise,
munchkin
though,
on the
Z.
stage.
Just go back in time about an hour.
those little munchkins a Make-A-Wish kid, so easy.
He's a little munchkin.
Speaking of Make-A-Wish
I
kids,
call
what
little kids
happened to
little
Connor?
munchkin.
When did we lose Connor?
We
lost him like an hour ago.
Yeah.
I mean, but I thought
Yeah.
he just gone for a break. What
He quietly he did an Irish exit.
yes, he
Kinda
did.
slipped away.
As the Irish do.
Well, he is half Irish.
Very
That's
enthusiastic.
racist.
Yeah.
That's how you.
he's
That's
really
how. You, this is
enthusiastic.
how you own your one opportunity to announce a pick.
Absolutely. Gotta love
He's
it.
got the green tie too. I'm colorblind. I
So
can
the
tell it's
first
green.
linebacker off the board is Will McDonald.
I'll take Connor's role. That kid's face looks dumb.
Interesting.
Oh, geez.
Terrible.
I'm just kidding.
What are we doing?
Jeez.
Will
You
McDonald.
don't even know he's on. You don't even know he's on the podcast.
No, I noticed a while
You
ago.
don't know
I
who
just
Jordan
didn't know
Addison is.
why he wasn't back.
Does this pick surprise anybody?
Only a little. I he looked really impressive
Surprises
at the
me.
combine,
I was surprised that he's the first linebacker to come on.
Yeah.
I am too.
Yeah.
I'm very surprised.
Yeah.
and he's like
Was
more
that-
of like an edge
Yeah, he's
type too. Like a,
they really need to find linebacker versus
They
edge.
do.
It's really annoying. Like
Or
this guy's
D
not a-
lineman.
This guy's not a
Yeah.
linebacker.
Half
Yeah,
these
that's-
guys are D linemen.
Yeah,
It's very
he's
confusing.
explosive.
it is
Yeah,
so
that-
confusing.
That is true.
They've shown no highlights right now where he's playing linebackers.
Well, the problem is these teams all have different designations and stuff. Like, what
It's
makes
like-
a linebacker or an end?
It's like baseball now. The sweeper is the new pitch that was a slider or whatever. You know, it's like, they just change the names on these things. you
This
know?
kid will do well with the Jets. He's
like-
he's very athletic. I
it's-
could see him fitting
Yeah.
right in.
It's like Ted Lasso's new soccer strategy where everyone plays
Oh yeah,
Why don't
every
spoil the
position.
season.
the Tex winner.
Yeah, there is no
triangle.
real position. Everyone plays everyone's positions.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
Ooh,
There's actually a lot of
Close,
guys
boys.
like
We're
this. I
getting
feel like
close.
this draft.
We're halfway through the draft right now.
There's a lot of real
Will
twitchy
Levis.
edge guys out
This
there.
could be the Will Levis.
It could be. It definitely could be.
This
They
could
need a
be
quarterback. Sam Howell, I was a big fan of a year ago.
I was too. But
I think they're high on too.
Well, this is how you do it if you want it. Like, this is how guys like. Well, where did Allen go? Josh Allen, didn't he fall a bit too in his draft?
I think he was like 18 or something like that.
Yeah,
Josh
so, like, this is-
Allen, he won like 11.
Yeah, it's
Was he
like that's how
11?
these guys
Okay,
kind of
11,
have.
maybe
I
you're
feel
right.
like that's the best way to draft a guy like that with a little bit of a bust upside. Like you
Hey,
draft
guys.
him in the middle of the first round, not in the top 10.
I was reading this tweet from Colton Pouncey. It said Lions running back Jamir Gibbs said he thought he would be drafted in the 20s. He was talking to his friends when the Lions call came in.
Oh
he
man,
wasn't expecting it.
awesome.
So I'm telling you.
I'm so excited about him. Talk about home
Josh
run
Allen was
every time
7.
he touches the
Josh
ball.
Allen was 7.
Oh, so
Hey,
not a real far fall for him then.
Quarterback Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
Right.
Nice.
Not too
That's
many
fair.
feet
Josh
with
Allen,
Josh
the
Allen.
lineman of the Redskins or the Commanders.
That was my guy that year too. I wanted him.
Commanders.
Jameer
Don't take
Gibbs, 12th overall.
It's still just eating at you, isn't it, Z? It's just eating
slightly
you
is.
up
It kind
inside,
of
man.
is.
It's got me
It is
psyched
just
as hell.
eating you up.
They must have bigger plans for him.
I think it's clear
It's so
the way this
hard
kid
to
can fit
grade
in,
him.
man. Like he can be a true receiver with no distinction on one play, and then be running the ball as a running back, like on another play. Like, I mean, I think you could use him all over the place as an absolute weapon who could tear the tops off of defenses. Like, that's
Raw
a
Dog's
rare
gonna go to
prospect.
sleep with YouTube highlights of Jameer Gibbs tonight.
Jared
Show
Goff's
me the
got-
lie. Show me the
Jared
lie.
Goff is licking his chops right now.
No cap. No cap.
Yeah.
No, that's absolutely. I'm going to be watching. Are you kidding me? I've already
I
watched
mean, we
so
talked
much
about
of him 'cause
Gibbs. We
he's so
talked about him
exciting.
a lot in our podcast. So
I mean,
Now look-
the athletic profile is just excellent. That speed you can't teach. Like,
So what's the over under? How long it is before Big Z gets over that pick?
Yeah.
I
It's
don't
been
know.
months.
You seem pretty
days,
pretty upset.
hours, where are you going?
Days, weeks.
is this how I felt about
Months.
Akuda last year, or not last year, but back when we drafted him? Z, is that how you're feeling?
Wow, another
Mhm.
kind of surprising pick here at 16.
What do we got?
You want me to tell you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Emmanuel Forbes,
Not overly
cornerback out of
surprising.
Washington State.
Wow.
Got some great upside.
So
Christian
Dalton,
Gonzalez,
He does, but holy
Mississippi
crap.
State. Sorry, did I say Washington State? Sorry, Mississippi
Yeah,
State.
Mississippi State, right?
That is
So,
amazing.
Another
tight end
shocker.
Dalton Kincaid falls to the Lions.
Oh God, no,
No.
Bob, don't do it.
No.
I had Forbes as my fifth best corner on my list here. I had him as the number 5 corner. But
Can't see sitting there
Yeah, he is.
unless he goes to New England. I don't see him as a New England fit. Based on the way
Gonzalez
they
is
play
there.
defense.
Joey Porter's there. Deontay Banks is there. Elijah Cansey's there.
Nolan Smith is still there. UJ too.
Yeah, Nolan Smith, Osiris Torrance, Keanu Benton.
Lions got
You think he's a person?
options. They have.
They got a lot of options here.
Brian Branch.
This is gonna be real. Yeah, I like
And,
Brian Branch a lot. Honestly,
Yeah,
he's my favorite
versatile
defensive
defender.
back
Michael
outside
Mayer.
of maybe
Michael Mayer.
No.
Witherspoon.
Oh, you know what?
This
Now I
gives
just
me
hope,
this
Oh,
draft.
not you too, UJ.
now I just hope they pick Mayer just to watch see lose his freaking mind.
No, don't you put that evil on us, rookie Bobby. I don't know. No. I don't care. Z can be happy. We all need to be happy, and that's not
I
going to
know
make
we
anyone
do.
happy.
I know we do.
I
need
do
to
like
be
Michael
happy.
Mayer though, just not in the first round.
Yeah, I'm
please.
not thinking that either. Really.
34. Maybe I could stomach it.
Have any of y'all been to Kansas City recently?
No.
Have
you?
Last
I've not
year.
either. I've just heard really
That
good
I
things.
have.
I've heard really good things.
Yeah,
about
it's a
the
good town.
downtown area. That's where the draft is tonight. If you're listening, and did not know that. Emmanuel Forbes. There it is. Official.
See, this is what makes it so interesting. Like he went ahead of all these guys who were getting projected to us at 6. Like, How wrong was that? Witherspoon seems to be the only thing people really were right about.
Yeah. Well,
Brad Holmes really likes Alabama offensive players. And he likes speed, right?
we
He
love
does.
speed. We love
Yeah.
speed.
Back-to-back
it.
years at
I
pick
love
12,
speed.
we picked
I
their
love
speedy
speed.
weapons.
Yeah.
Ah,
I'm just curious what plans they have for him. I know you said that you think they play him out maybe in the slot sometimes, Red Dog.
absolutely.
They can do anything with this
Um,
kid. Yeah, he can move outside, inside.
Him
He's-
and Monty out there at the same time. But how many two-back sets? I got to look in the stats and stuff. But did we see a lot of two-back sets before?
I'm just saying it's an option. I'm not saying that. I'm not predicting that's the
I mean,
vision. I'm just saying
we also
could,
might not have had two-back sets because we didn't have the personnel. Although,
right.
but you could disagree with that because we had Swift and Williams.
Yeah, when
Well, the Patriots
This
didn't waste
kid,
much
oh my
time. Their
God.
pick is in.
this speed, honestly, I really do think Bob, you said it right. Like this is like 1A, 1B with Gibbs and in fact, I think he could be even a better weapon than Bijan. Like I think
hope
his
so.
speed.
Hope you're right about
The consensus I'm getting from at least social media of the Detroit Lions world, it's a fun pick, not a smart pick.
Wow.
That's stupid.
That doesn't surprise me.
Social media.
Does
That
not
works.
surprise me.
Stupid.
I think it's a smart pick. I thought they needed a running back, and I had one in my projection at 18. So,
I'm with you, Bob.
oh.
Well, you had Bijan Robinson, who's a different beast.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still,
So
he's another top running back.
and he went earlier, like how many picks? Like 3 picks earlier. I mean, we got our guy. Like, so that tells me. So if you're okay with Bijan in that range, but you're not okay with Jamir Gibbs where we got him,
Yes, I think one's better than the other.
like
Patriots
I
got
don't
it.
think he's that much better. Honestly,
The Patriots go Christian Gonzalez.
Oh,
Ooh.
Oh, that
We're
seemed about right.
gone.
I heard someone
Okay.
describe him as the perfect Patriots pick earlier, and it's no. So this is.
All right,
So
now
who's
it's
the guy? The
now it's
Lions
money
are up.
time. Kalijah
They're
Cansey.
on
Oh my
clock.
God, Cansey.
Clancy is there.
Oh my
Cansey's
God, if we
there.
get Cansey, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Joey Porter Jr. would be good here.
I mean, I'd be okay. I like Porter.
Mike Payton tweeted, Jameer Gibbs has anime in his Twitter bio. It's like Jamal never left. That's a
you
good
go.
one.
man.
Nolan Smith would be good.
We took the
he's
2
a-
fastest Alabama
Good-
offensive weapons
and a big
in
leader on
back-to-back
the
years.
Georgia defense too. He was
Yeah.
he was kind of the captain of that defense.
I would not be mad about it. I don't see how he fits in exactly, but if they have a vision for him, I'm fine with it. He's stud. And he's a run defender first and not like his speed.
I
They're
can
going to
see
get to
Miles
hone and develop that
Murphy.
pass rush ability for him. He could be deadly.
Still no wide receivers taken in this draft. thus
Wow.
far.
I hope not one here. I really don't want
what
that
if they
here.
went Will Levis?
Oh God, no! Don't no. I don't
Joey
want that.
Porter is an interesting option.
yes.
Cornerback.
Cansey. It's obvious.
I like Cansey though here. I
Jack
do.
Campbell, not a receiver, and not Will Levis. Please.
I think I like Jack
Reynolds.
Campbell in the second round, but not here.
I do too, but I'd rather him than Will Levis.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not, I don't think it'll be Levis, but
Dear God, I hope not.
So Bob, you're right though. Second round, we got a shot at some good linebackers.
Yeah.
Drew
now with
Sanders,
absolutely.
Trenton Simpson still
Van
available.
Henley, Washington
What if we took
State.
Trenton
They're just-
Simpson? Oh, that's
Yeah.
weird. Why I just
I mean,
felt that.
there's some good ones.
Right now. Like, what if we took like someone like Trenton Simpson right now? How would you feel?
Not too good.
His upside is enticing. His speed and his size, like he's not the heaviest, but he's very tall. He's tall enough. He's 6'3", and he's very fast and instinctive. I mean, he produced in college. I don't know. I would not be mad if we picked him.
I like how they're showing Will Levis sitting in his living room right before the Lions
Yep.
pick.
No,
He's at the
please.
he's at the draft.
No. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
This is the Brady Quinn watch. That's
Yeah,
exactly
This is
what
the
this is.
Johnny Manziel, the Aaron Rodgers. We see this
yeah.
every year.
Oh, Tim Tebow.
Tebow, Lamar Jackson was picked. Well, a team traded up for him as the last pick in the first round. So
Golf on
Yeah.
TV.
it happens every year. There's one guy. As long as Hendon Hooker
Guys,
goes in the second round, I'll be happy.
look at this. This is a YouTube Sunday ticket commercial, and the Lions are one of 6 teams featured on it.
Oh
How
my
cool is
Lanta!
that?
Enough about the YouTube commercial.
My point is the Lions are being used in primary advertisement of the
Yes.
NFL. When was that the case?
We'll see in a couple of weeks if they, put the money where their mouth is. I guess. Like
I mean,
when they announce the schedule and the primetime schedule.
Let me put it this way, Z. YouTube, aka Google, is what a giant tech company
alphabet.
that uses algorithms to sell their shit. So imagine what kind of tests they ran on algorithms to determine what were the most marketable teams to entice people to buy a Sunday ticket. The Lions were in the top 6. That's how I'm reading that.
Hey, does anybody wondering what's going on with the Lions just letting the clock run down? Usually they
trading back again. I mean, there was talks
They don't-
about them trading back from 18
might.
coming into
Now,
early in this week. So
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. Usually they either know what they want to do. They seem sure of themselves, but they're letting this clock go down.
Like,
I don't know.
yeah, they might be fielding calls. I'm so curious to know who their guys are in this draft. God.
I know. It's
They're
crazy.
you guys
definitely
happy with the
looking-
way this has gone so far? No Witherspoon, but getting Gibbs instead.
Oh,
No,
I'm very happy with Gibbs.
I would have loved to have Witherspoon, but I do love having Gibbs. I think
Oh
it's
my God.
great.
Yeah, well, I wanted Carter, so they decided not to
Sorry,
take
Bob.
him.
The Lions pick is in.
And that's the thing, like Carter's that level of
There we
talent. I
go.
thought like if
18
you would
overall.
know.
They
I
are
don't
not.
think they didn't want him.
They're
Damn.
not trading it. It is in. I'm trying to
I'm
see.
about 20 seconds.
there's a
behind you
leak.
then there.
Trying to see if there's a leak.
This is
Oh
oh
boy.
my God. Who is it gonna be? Who
Could be Miles Murphy.
I'm not feeling Miles Murphy. I'm seeing the pick.
I
Is
wanted
in.
Lucas Van Ness. I really wanted him in this draft.
Jack Campbell. Jack Campbell.
No, you're messing with us.
No, that's what Greer's saying anyway.
Are you kidding?
Good Lord, don't
Wow.
toy with me like this, Bob.
I'm surprised they took him that early. If this is right.
Oh my God. You guys are all gonna eat crow.
I'm still
We
waiting to
were
see it.
arguing
I'm
about
trying
this
to
in
see
the
it on my
chat. If
timeline
this is
here.
Jack Campbell, you're messing with
You're
me.
right.
This can't
I
be.
think you're right. Jack
Oh.
Campbell.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Tell me how he's not a first round
Wow.
talent. See? Tell me that again. Wanted to share your argument again?
This is how good my board was. I had him going at 48 in my mock.
Jack Campbell at 18. Let's freaking go. Oh my God. That dude's a monster. Our run defense just
like
got that
it.
much better. Like, oh my
This
God.
kid is really good.
He's
He's
huge.
good.
I
He's
like it.
freaky. 6'5", 4.65 40 with terrific, like I think 159, 10-yard split. He's like 250 almost. He's so oh my God. This is freaking awesome.
At 18.
Wow.
That's crazy though. Look, a lot of these picks, these prognosticators had wrong. I mean, like
Yeah.
the second round, they're an interesting draft in that way.
Oh,
Very
interesting.
Not just with the Lions, a lot of these picks.
It's
so
always
Jack
so
Campbell, the
interesting.
Lions are finally getting that.
Wow.
Oh, we've
Apex
not,
linebacker, baby.
Anzalone? Where are we playing Campbell in this defense?
Well, see, that's the interesting thing about this
Middle.
pick too.
Edge. Where do you want him? He can play all 3 positions we use at linebacker.
yeah. I
You
bet
can line him as
Spielman
a
was
DN.
Spielman was probably pushing for this guy. And Jack Campbell,
Oh.
he's
This
like
is-
the prototypical linebacker.
Like,
And
oh
this
my
guy-
God.
Well, yeah, he's like the
I didn't dare to dream we'd get him. Like,
Keekly. Yeah.
Oh, this is great. I'm happy with this draft so
This-
far.
oh
It's not
my
what I
God.
predicted, but I'm
I'm not.
happy.
Yeah. I agree with you, Bob.
UJ, this is like when you wanted TJ Watt because he reminded you of Urlacher. That's how I feel about it. Like, this kid reminds me of Urlacher the way he roams the field. He's a monster. Oh my God.
I'll tell you what, they're definitely getting physical specimens in this draft, man. These 2 guys are tremendous athletes. So
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
It's gonna be
that's
really
right.
Interesting.
Top rated in his class at linebacker for Athletic Profile by NFL.com. So, we're not
Wow.
getting a slouch athletically here. That's for damn sure.
And I think he's a real linebacker, unlike like some of these that are called
Yeah.
linebackers.
Exactly.
True. Man. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Now we're gonna have Jack Campbell and Mini Me out there with him and Rodrigo, his 6'5" towering monstrosity next to little 5'11" Rodrigo.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting with that linebacker room, though. It's really going to be interesting.
And
now.
Thor is just right. He's like it's like the Goldilocks and the three bears or whatever. Like Jack Campbell's too big, Rodrigo's too small, and Thor's just right.
Well, Z, I can't wait to see what social media says about this pick here.
Oh my god, I am so freaking psyched right now. I can't. Oh my god.
All right, Red Dog.
No one said this was possible, so I kind of I didn't stick to it, but
Well,
like
it's definitely possible because nobody thought he'd be picked this high.
that's because everyone's stupid. Just kidding.
Well, they obviously thought he wouldn't make it to the second round, so
That's for sure. But we like the second round at all because we got the third pick in the second round now.
Wow.
this is great.
Oh my god.
I've been wanting a good linebacker for years. I mean,
You're
Yes,
right. You're right,
Bob.
Bob.
this could be the guy. He's could be an anchor back there.
I mean,
for
this is
years.
this is an elite
Oh my god.
elite defense.
Butkus Award winner.
Dude, that height over the middle is going to be a terror for quarterbacks to have to try to throw over.
Oh, you won
You're
the
right.
academic Heisman. Ooh,
I just want to know where he stacks up in the. I mean, is he taking
Oh my
Rodrigo's spot?
God.
Well,
Oh,
let's
he's a
get-
Butkus Award winner too. I forgot about that. Like, oh my gosh.
You think he's taking Rodrigo's spot?
euphoric. Taking it? No.
Yeah,
it's him
we
and Rodrigo
rotate
are the
people
They only play
Sure.
two linebackers.
They play a lot of rotation stuff, though.
Yeah,
they do. They rotate
do.
a lot.
Well, we
so-
definitely desperately need depth at the
Oh my
linebacker
gosh.
spot. So.
This
Yes.
is you got your enforcer now. Like, holy shit.
And this guy has the size of a linebacker, unlike Rodrigo. You know, this
Plus,
guy's-
everyone talked about how Brad Holmes doesn't draft. Like, look at that. Did anyone just see that pick on the highlight reel on
Yeah,
ESPN?
yeah.
Like that length, that height to kind of pull that off. Oh my goodness.
I didn't like
The
that. seeing
Lions
him
have
check
their
Michigan.
guys. They're trusting their evaluations and going for it. So
That was the big
Well,
thing.
Bob,
He
you
seems like a
remember,
Dan Campbell guy.
What's his name? Boyd, Brad Boyd was his name. The Boyd.
Stephen
the
Boyd?
linebacker? Stephen Boyd. Yeah.
Stephen Boyd. Yeah,
Remember him?
yeah,
He-
yeah.
He was a bigger type linebacker. We had a few good years with him. Remember, he was really good for a while.
Yeah, we did.
I can't remember his size, but
Oh
he
my
reminded me of
God.
he was a lot bigger. He was bigger than Spielman. Spielman was
Great.
on the smaller side, but
Braylon Edler just sounded kind of dumb right now. He was all like, Jack Campbell in a first round linebacker. He runs a 4.65. Like, what is that? He said he was too slow. Since when is 4.65 too slow at linebacker?
wow, interesting draft. Wow.
Oh my god. It's, I
Elijah
mean, at this
Gibbs.
point, I don't care. I like Elijah, but I kind of actually like Jack Campbell more.
man,
I just
Tampa-
didn't think he was gonna realistic. I didn't know if we were gonna go for him, honestly. But like, jeez.
What a Dan Campbell pick, though.
Hey, Kid
Jack
Jay,
Campbell.
do you think he's a first round prospect?
Yeah, right, right.
No,
Did
you
anybody
guys
doubt that
told
he
me
was a
he
first-round
wasn't even a
prospect?
first round linebacker. That's what you guys told me when I projected him at 18 in our group chat. Come on.
Well,
Sorry, I'm taking my
You also can't at
W here.
6, so don't get too high on your horse. Over
Oh
there.
yeah, no, fair enough.
But yes, I will give you credit for
Thank you.
that.
well, what remind me, what were your first two picks? in this?
Man, I had Tyree Wilson at 6 just because I thought Carter wouldn't fall to us, and he
Yeah.
did, and we didn't take him. We traded back,
Yeah.
Oh, I love
which
it.
I hope we don't regret. And then at 18, I had Cansey, so
Oh, can't see. Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
one off.
Yeah.
The thing is, Jack Campbell does at least help the run defense. You know, it's not like, and part of needing a D tackle is we still need to shore up our run D, right? Like, and he will help with that.
Oh, sure. Not to mention the pass defense.
We
too,
need a
'cause-
D tackle to not,
Keanu
force the
Benton at
linebacker
34,
to take
Z.
on a guard at the point of attack, though. So
Keanu Benton at 34.
Yeah.
maybe
Huh?
I don't
If he
hate that.
falls
Or
there,
Mozzie
if he
Smith.
falls- or if he falls
You know,
there.
that would be really
Yeah.
awesome, actually, if we get Keanu Benton at 34. That
I
would
mean,
our
people keep
defense would
saying,
be.
yeah.
Elijah Cansey and with the Bucks is a fun pick. That's a fun pick. That's a good defense.
UJ,
Yeah.
you're the only guy who would know about this guy, probably.
People
remember-
like Will Levis.
Another great Lions linebacker I thought was Ed O'Neill. Remember back in the 70s?
Oh, yeah. I remember him. Oh, my
That guy was
God.
That was a thumper.
Wasn't he
I mean,
married
that
with children?
Oh, my God. Ed O'Neill. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's going way back.
That's a
Bob.
throwback. That's 70s, you know.
Well, I actually remember Mike Lucci and Wayne Newhoff too. So,
Oh, do you? Yeah.
yes, I do.
Wow.
I actually met those guys in the locker room that one year.
Oh,
I
that's
still
cool.
think Cansey's going to be a stud in the league.
He probably will be. I
But
don't doubt it.
oh, I'm so excited about Jack Campbell.
I'm excited about that one too.
We have the only
Nice.
linebacker like in my life that I got to thoroughly enjoy
Levy?
that we had was DeAndre Levy. Yeah,
And that was
Like-
very short lived.
very
Yeah,
short
It
lived.
was a couple of years, yeah.
Like gosh, like Jack Campbell should be able to produce much faster than he did, and hopefully have a long career.
Well, they
Oh my goodness.
I mean, by drafting him, they want him to, he's going to be plugged in right away as a starter.
Exactly, he's a first rounder.
But again,
I mean,
they have Thor, Alex Anzalone.
Yep.
Does this mean Malcolm is coming off the bench now?
It might.
it could.
Might.
It sometimes. I mean, yeah.
But I think he guarantees it.
Well, you
but
talked about like a
Doesn't
weak
look good on
side
Barrett Barnes,
linebacker.
that's for sure too.
No, it doesn't look good on Barnes at all.
I mean, to be fair, we don't have a lot of linebackers on the roster right now at all anyway. So like no one's really getting
But
pressure off.
even last year, they were rotating guys a lot. I mean, guys were
Yes.
getting their snaps. So you're still going to see Rodrigo playing a decent amount of snaps, and
There's a role
Barnes'
for that
snaps,
kid.
I think, will go down. I think. But
We might actually play more 4-3 next year if with him and Rodrigo and Kuechly.
That's possible too.
God,
That's possible too.
Thor.
Yeah.
The Lions are now looking for a cornerback of the future in this draft.
We might have only run 2 linebackers a lot last year because we didn't have a third.
Yeah.
I mean, Malcolm as a 6th round linebacker starting is pretty remarkable.
Absolutely.
For the NFL. So
Yeah.
With
And
his
he did a
athletic
really good
ability,
at the very
though,
least, the Lions building depth.
honestly, I think how long did we sign Thor for?
3 years.
Yeah.
Oh man, so I was gonna say like Rodrigo's the future. I'm so there's I think UJ's
There's
right. It's
depth
the
there though at a
rotation.
position that we haven't had depth at in a long,
True.
long time.
I got a hop,
Indeed.
gents.
All right, Bob. We'll have a
All
good
right,
night.
Bob.
See ya.
Good night.
Good night.
Nate.
All right, so we're gonna take Bob out, but we're gonna put one of our raffle winners on. That's CJ at CZyKown. That's SZYKOWN on Twitter. So CJ, you're on the pod.
What up?
You're on the live stream.
Hey.
Welcome and
Thank
congrats.
Thank you for having me.
Congrats on your lottery
What's up,
win.
CJ.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you
So,
for having me.
Your thoughts on Gibbs at 12 and now at pick 18, Jack Campbell out of Iowa.
I think Gibbs at 12 was definitely shocking. I thought they were definitely going to go defense there, especially because Bijan had been taken already, and I thought Gibbs would be there late. So I thought it was definitely shocking. It's exciting, though. It's definitely exciting. That guy's a beast.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Campbell, give us your opinion on the Campbell.
Oh, and Campbell? Oh, that's a great pick. I saw he's an academic weapon, too. He's the academic Heisman. He's the heart
Ooh, I
and
like
soul
that academic weapon.
Ooh.
He's
What is
a
that?
smart guy in the middle of the field, and he's the heart and soul of a really, really good Iowa defense. I think you can't go wrong with an Iowa linebacker. So I think it's a great
Alright.
pick.
I'm with you, Chaz.
Yeah, baby.
Man,
Chaz speaks wisdom.
What do you think about the decision to trade back?
I mean, they must
Past
have
Carter?
known going in that they didn't want Jalen Carter, right? If they're going to do that. So I thought
Yeah.
that was interesting, especially the fact that they ended up taking Gibbs, too. So they must have known they wanted him no matter what.
One of their guys.
But I'll tell you
Yeah.
what, we got
Jay,
what?
can you pull up our running back rankings?
Yeah.
I just want to see who we had up on there because I'm trying to remember all of them. But yeah, I mean, where do you have Gibbs, CJ?
Well, once they traded back, I thought maybe they'll slide to that first pick they have in the second round there, even. But I mean, they must have known something that everyone else didn't, and or maybe they just wanted to go get their guy when they saw him. I don't know.
Yeah. So
It's
there's definitely.
interesting.
I mean, we're pulling up our rankings now. We had Bijan and then Jamir, and then I think we can all agree a pretty steep drop off after that. And Charbonnet, the running back out of TCU, Devin.
Arcane. Is it?
Kane, and then
A-Chain?
Kendre Miller out of TCU.
Yeah.
So,
I wouldn't mind
Gibbs-
getting A-Chain in a later round. His rare speed.
in the same draft.
Yeah,
No.
just because he's so fast. He ran a 4.32, second fastest running back combine ever. I know we don't. It would be a luxury.
I mean,
pick, but
Tajay Spears is my third running back. So, regardless, ESPN is posting right now 1.1% chance. I think this is based on odds from the betting market that Will Levis would be at pick 20 at this point. So
It's incredible.
there's not a
Man.
love for him right now in this draft. And I agree. I did not like his film. And he's kind of been labeled as a social media guy. Like he kind of
is it because he's doing?
he
duck
loves
lips?
himself on social media more than maybe in the film room per se.
That's a bad look.
So I don't know. It's a 21st century problem, I suppose. But anyways,
Kind of.
CJ,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
no, while we have CJ on, I just want to ask, the Lions have 3 second rounders now. So who do you want to see them target in the second round, at least position wise? And if you have any,
Can you give us
players.
the numbers, Z? Which picks they have again?
I
34.
can pull that up. 34, I know. Yep.
Yeah.
34, 48, and
55.
55.
Okay. All right.
Yep. You got it before me.
Yeah, I don't really know if there's any specific players, but I think they should definitely be targeting the defensive side of the ball. I think there's plenty of talent we have on the offensive side now, especially now that we got Gibbs, and I feel like definitely defense. Maybe look for a corner, but I feel like that interior, like you've been talking about, needs some help. We could go get a guy or two. And I think that's why they took Gibbs so early, because I think they're banking on their ability to draft in that round. So
No.
Yeah. I mean, 3 picks in the second round is awesome, man. Yeah. I mean, D tackle, cornerback, maybe even our tight end. I don't think we've had a tight end picked yet either. So,
no, yeah, tight end early in the second would
mean,
be interesting. The guy from
Yes.
Notre Dame would be awesome.
Georgia. Give me the guy from Georgia.
I wouldn't take him at the top of the second. I'd probably.
He is my top tight end. In the
Your
draft.
top tight end. I just don't. I mean, I feel like you're really projecting on upside there, Z. Like, unless you just really like you're projecting on his passing upside. I gotta imagine, because his run blocking and stuff is good, but like he was
He's
not
the
a
best
reliable
run-blocking
receiver.
tight end in the draft.
I do like that.
And I
so,
think
like,
he has
that's
the
enough
upside
for you?
athletically to be an elite pass catcher. Darnell
Yep.
Washington out of Georgia.
Darnell
That's my
That
top
way,
pick.
if they
doesn't
take
fit.
him, we don't got to hear about our tight ends run blocking.
Yeah,
Like you
TJ
talked about with Hawkinson.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. Sometimes someone's a long time listener to this podcast.
That's you don't really got to hear about his run block.
Oh, he's pulling up the TJ Hawkinson bobblehead.
I will say this: not picking him at 10 will already be an upgrade over TJ Hawkinson.
Oh man. So CJ, while we have you on, any last words about this Lions draft?
I think so far so good, and Brad Holmes we trust, baby. Let's go Lions.
Here we go.
There you go.
All
There you
right.
go, baby.
Brad Holmes we trust. Yes, that's the
Matrix
Kool-Aid
Kool-Aid.
right there. So
Yeah.
thank you to
Yes.
CJ and congrats on being one of our 2 winners for
Thank
the
you.
giveaway.
Thank you.
Congrats,
Thank you for
CJ.
having me on.
Thanks for listening.
You guys.
All right. So thank you to at CSZYKOWN on Twitter
Okay, cool.
for his win. And we are at pick 20 right now with the Seahawks. Did we mention who got picked in the time that we had that?
Would you guys be surprised if we trade back up into the first round? Well, for Seahawks? Oh. What do you guys think, though? Do you think there's any chance we trade back up into the first round? Anyone
No.
out there that you can
I
see?
doubt it.
But nothing would shock me at this point. So Kalaj Campbell went 19, and now Jackson Smith, the Jigba, at 20 to the Seahawks. So Geno Smith gets another weapon.
First receiver off the
Yeah.
board.
Geno Smith, I don't know why they are all in on Geno Smith in Seattle. So whatever. I don't get it.
I
but
didn't get that one either, to be honest.
I don't think he's that good of a court. He's been in the league for a long time. He had one good year. I think they're playing with fire over there in Seattle. But whatever.
Hey, in the NFL, all you need is one good year.
Yep. He didn't go to
See,
Green Bay. So.
Who was that quarterback at Green Bay that went against Stafford
Oh
on New
my
Year's
God.
and threw for like 450 yards and
Who
got a
was that
huge
kid's name?
contract the next year and didn't even make the starting team?
Oh.
Irish guy, like, oh,
I
shit, I
think
can't
of his
remember.
name.
I should know this. Matt something.
Like Foley or Fuller's. I can't remember.
Flynn.
Flynn.
Matt Flynn. Matt Flynn.
Yeah,
Matt
Matt
Flynn.
Flynn.
Yeah, look at that. We combine our heads.
Yes.
Good dance.
We're like one superhuman.
That guy had one game that earned him a huge contract.
Yep, against a terrible Lions defense.
Yep.
So it just goes to show you in the NFL, baby.
I mean, that's a good pick. I mean, Seattle has a good receiving core with
He went ahead
Lockett,
of-
Metcalf, and now Njigba.
I guess they didn't think
Some
Addison
people,
was the guy there, Z.
Some people thought Njigba was a little overrated in this draft. So
I had him as my number one receiver,
In
personally.
I did not. I had as my number 3 receiver. So
Wow. You were wrong, huh?
I had Zay Flowers, or I'm sorry, Jordan Addison, number 1, Zay Flowers, number 2, then Jackson Njigba, 3. He just doesn't get a lot of separation. So
He
I don't know
reminds
if
me
that
a
was
lot
like-
of.
Also, he hasn't played in a year. I just don't like
I've-
those guys that like he could have clearly played in the semifinal game against Georgia, and he just decided not to. I always think that's a slight red flag. So
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that either.
As I recall, Jamar Chase didn't play for a year or two.
well, that was because of COVID. So I think a slightly different circumstance. Like he opted out before the season even started. So those were weird times.
Yep.
But he's there. I don't know if Will Levis going to go at any point in this draft? I mean, Minnesota at 23, I guess, could make the most.
I can see him falling out of the first round now.
It could happen.
And this is pretty far.
Yeah, we got left here.
You're getting into the playoff rounds or range where
I mean,
people
Minnesota
already
has
have
Kirk
their
Cousins on
quarterbacks.
like a 1-year contract every year until they decide to get rid of him. So
I mean, they could pull a Packers and draft a guy to sit. I mean, but I mean, I could just easily see him going out of the first round altogether. You're getting into the playoff teams. They have their guys.
See.
Sit him behind Justin Herbert. You know what's also kind of telling is that the Seahawks passed on Jalen Carter too.
yeah, that was surprising. I really thought they would go with him or Anthony Richardson, but Richardson was gone, and they went Witherspoon. I really would like to know if Witherspoon wasn't picked at 5.
I am
Lions would go.
curious.
And
Yeah.
the Seahawks have a really good cornerback crew now.
I would have
They
been
do.
fine doing what we did if Witherspoon was there at 6. I like it. We got another pick in the second round. Jamir Gibbs is a hyper explosive, deadly
I
weapon
mean, some of
on
these,
offense.
a lot of the cornerbacks are falling a little bit. So
Yeah, they are.
The second one went right to the
remember this.
Patriots. Or no, the second and third went. Who
Yeah,
took
Witherspoon and
Forbes?
Gonzalez and Forbes are gone. There's still Joey Porter and Deontay Banks are still out there.
But man, Devin Witherspoon and Tariq Woolen for the Seahawks, that's a pretty good quarterback crew. Tariq Woolen, I still cannot believe he fell to the 5th round last year for the Seahawks. It didn't make any sense to me then. It doesn't make sense to me now. I really wish the Lions had him.
My Tariq Woolen in this draft is Julius Brents.
Well, that's not this. I don't think that's the same because
It's just a freaky guy who doesn't
Fair
seem
enough.
like he should fall, but he does.
yeah. Well, he might be there. It's one of the 3 second rounders.
What is this? Ohio State wide receivers.
Yeah.
Why is Jameson's in that. What the hell? Didn't come out of Ohio State.
He was at Ohio State for a year.
I know. But it's just kind of funny that they're giving credit to Ohio State for him right now. They obviously didn't think he was important enough to feature him.
Lion social media is not loving our draft.
Lion
Just based
social
on the
media is
value. The
I excited.
value.
Drink the Kool-Aid, boys. This is exciting.
What do you think? Chargers tight end, maybe? I don't know.
I don't know. Offensive line, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who's available though for offensive line.
I absolutely love our draft right now. This is, like both picks, guys I wanted so bad.
There's not really an offensive lineman we're taking here. They go defense. They go Branch. I could see.
Branch.
I'm trying to see if there's any reports. So right now we're at pick 21 with the Chargers. Again, there's 31 picks tonight, not 32.
There's so much talent left out there. Like, there's so much. Like, this is a deep draft. There's
So this, yeah, this. So
Right.
this is where the Dolphins would be picking, but they had the 4th of their draft pick.
oh, this is what made it 31
Right.
this year.
Right. Yes. Exactly. Because of the Tom Brady tampering stuff, and it didn't even get him. They tampered and lost.
Yeah.
Not
Wait,
even
what?
worth the risk.
Okay, who we got here?
Give me a little more background on this, because Miami did something with Tom Brady.
Right. Yeah. They reached out to him when they weren't allowed to try to convince him to come to Miami, and they broke the league rules and
I
they
did not
paid
hear
the
that
penalty.
story.
Like the owner reached out to him directly and stuff. So Quentin Johnson goes to Chargers. It's a very
Oh,
good wide receiver
wow.
crew. Keenan
Yeah.
Allen, Mike Williams, and now Quentin Johnson.
That's a
Quentin
good one.
Johnson, I'm not a huge fan of.
I was gonna say he's been getting a lot of hate. It seems like a lot of people do not rate him.
I don't
that
think
high.
he was worth a first round pick, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I'm
he
fine
was-
with it. That's another player that the Lions didn't need, and we're
I
going to
don't-
draft going to
He
a
may
team.
need to get some polish, but he has some big time upside. I think like he's probably one of the higher upside guys in this draft. But I agree, he's probably not, polished like some guys that came out in the first round last year, like Garrett Wilson or Olave or any of those guys. But man, you can't teach 6'4". And what do you run,
We're
like a
holding out
4.4?
for Bryce Ford Wheaton later in the draft, so don't worry about it. We got a receiver covered.
We're holding out for him, are we?
Yeah, well, like round 5 or 6.
Interesting. But yeah, I mean, I'm fine with him going as well, Z, because I had no interest in drafting him. So push more talent our way, baby.
I'm just thinking of the Will Levis thing right now. Aside from maybe the Vikings,
What do you guys
I
think
don't
about
know
Will
who-
Levis in the
Not
second
Baltimore. We know that.
not Baltimore. It's not going to, well, the Giants, maybe if they're falling out of favor. But I
round?
don't
Would you
think
guys
so,
take
though.
him at 34?
Cowboys, no. Bills, no. Bengals, no. Saints, I don't know. Maybe Saints. Eagles,
UJ.
no. Kansas City, no.
Not the Saints. They just got Derek Carr
That's true.
on a
UJ,
huge, massive contract.
UJ, would you take him at 48 or 34, 38, or 48 if he fell,
At 48,
or 34?
not at 34, no. I wouldn't even take him in the second round.
Yeah,
Wow.
the Vikings
even-
are the only one that makes sense unless a team trades up.
You know, I want a quarterback, but I don't. With this 3 second-round picks, we can really just. add
Otherwise,
some
all
value
these
to our
teams,
team.
well, all these teams are at the bottom of the draft for a reason. They have a good quarterback.
Right.
Right.
and all these quarterbacks are locked in for the perennial future. Besides Kirk Cousins in Minnesota, so
So that's
So
your
he's their
favorite.
last hope. Will Levis is last hope of not being.
yeah. I mean,
Probably.
look at these teams. Ravens. Lamar Jackson just got the biggest contract in
Mega
NFL history
contract.
today, literally today. The Jaguars, Trevor Lawrence, Daniel Jones got a big contract this offseason. Cowboys, Dak Prescott, big contract last offseason. Bills, Josh
Yep.
Allen, big contract last offseason. Joe Burrow, if the Bengals ever let him leave, they'd be moronic.
Right.
Yeah.
The Saints just gave Derek Carr a big contract this offseason. Jalen Hurts was the highest paid NFL player until 6 hours ago. And then the Chiefs, obviously, Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the NFL currently. So, Will Levis, you're in a tough spot here, buddy.
Balling out,
Yep.
baby.
Yeah.
Someone will probably take a flyer on him in the second round, I bet.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah,
without
but
a doubt.
the
Second.
Lions, people are going to be complaining about reaching and stuff like that. Again,
Not me.
the difference in talent between pretty much really the top anything after the top 7 in this draft, and even Jalen Carter fell to 9.
Right.
I don't think it's that big a gap. You got to find the guy that you love, that fits your organization. And to this point, I mean, we shouldn't doubt what Brad Holmes has done in this front office because it's panning out. And the Lions are building up depth at certain positions. Especially the linebacker, they've long needed.
Yes.
And you need depth in the NFL. Depth is underrated. People are like, you don't have a star here, but the NFL has the high entry rate. So the NFL relies on that depth. So I would not dismiss any of these picks. But the Gibbs one still gets real up in
I was
reach.
just gonna say, so you came around, Z.
The Campbell one I get around to, okay. But the Gibbs one,
You should watch some more Gibbs film, and you might change your mind.
Oh my God,
I've
watch it!
watched
It's
plenty
so
of Gibbs
good.
film. I like.
I'm gonna watch so
I
much
like
more now.
the prospect. I like the prospect. I like the fit. It's just at 12.
I love it. Who else would you have taken at 12?
Lucas Van Ness, who went the
Yeah,
one pick after.
But what if he doesn't even beat out like Romeo Aquara or Charles Harris or like all these
I think
other
he would've,
seasoned vets
obviously.
we have?
I think he'd be playing.
We'd find a role for him, no doubt. But I'm just saying we have not only front end talent, we have depth at that position. Why would we add to another possession we already have so much depth at?
I want more depth at the what I think is the biggest.
Yeah, but we have a
Most
lot of depth
important
there, like a lot of
position group on
depth
the
at the
field.
end. Like we're not lacking in depth at the end. That's one position on this
I
roster
don't know.
where
Romeo
we are not.
Aquara, I mean, thank God he took the pay cut,
Pay
this
cut.
year. Charles
But you
Harris,
also have
big
Julian
question mark.
Aquara, Charles Harris is still
Question
around.
mark. Question
You
mark.
have Pascal,
mark.
you have
Question
the
mark.
commish, you have Houston. Like you have so much talent there. Like
Houston can only play against the pass, not the run.
that's not necessarily true. Just so far, that's been what he's been asked to do. We don't know yet. He's got to see. We got to see what he can develop into. I will give you, he's a question mark all around. But we have a lot of talent at edge and
Well, we
end.
still have the second round to come to a complete opinion.
I do agree we need a D lineman though. Like Cansey would have been my pick, but hey, Jamir Gibbs I can't argue with. You know that dude is gonna be dynamic.
It's gonna be fun to watch. There's no doubt about it.
Yep.
The way he's gonna
Good health
influence the
history.
whole game, like he's gonna be our fastest player on the offense right away until Williams gets back. How crazy is that though? In 1 year we draft the fastest player on Alabama, and then next year we draft the fastest player on Alabama's offense again at the same pick. Both out of trades, one to trade up and one to trade back.
That is pretty interesting.
4.36 speed. Oh God.
The Ravens, the Ravens went Kyle Hamilton last year, a guy a lot of people thought might fall to the Lions. And he was very good. He was a very good safety for the Ravens.
Interesting. He was better than would you say he was better than the kid who went to the Cardinals a few years ago that was similar?
Isaiah Simmons?
Isaiah Simmons, yeah.
Yes.
Which is that kind of interesting considering Isaiah Simmons had all that speed and stuff, but then
the problem with Simmons is, I mean, it was the problem coming into the draft too, is like, will a team use him properly? Because he's kind of positionless in some regard.
Yeah, he didn't fit a perfect perfect form.
And with the Cardinals,
model.
it's kind of come to fruition. Like he hasn't been a consistent player. He's had some great flashes, but Kyle Hamilton is definitely more.
He's a pure
consistent.
safety.
Yeah, right.
Here we go. The Ravens.
Ravens are up. And Zay Flowers. They desperately need a wide receiver.
Zay Flowers.
They got Odell Beckham for $18 million, which is, I think, a huge overpay.
I agree.
Yeah.
Especially for a guy, an old receiver coming off a torn ACL, but pretty much blew up his knee, hasn't played in a year. Zay Flowers, though, was one of my top 2 wide receivers in this draft, so I think that's a good pick in that regard.
Yeah.
They also had a number 1 wide receiver last year in Rashad Bateman, so good pick for the Ravens. I think this is a desperate need of theirs, so
Yeah, receivers really like risen to the top of like NFL priorities in recent years. I feel like, especially like it became especially. It probably was happening before, but it came especially clear after Jamar Chase was drafted.
So Zay
I mean,
Flowers,
Jamar Chase, unique
is
talent.
Zay Flowers
I
more a
know.
slot or is he more like an outside receiver?
Zay Flowers?
Yeah.
He's small.
Yeah, he's 5'9".
Yeah, more a speedy guy, but they have Rashad Bateman for the outside, and obviously Odell, so they need the slot guy. I don't think Lamar Jackson's worth what they're paying for him. So
I agree.
I think there's a reason no other team came out and tried to get him when he was available this offseason.
I think they just hamstrung themselves for the next several years by doing that.
Fine by
Contract.
me. I don't really.
Oh
care.
yeah, I'm not complaining. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, like, because here's the thing: like, unless his passing continues, his run game's going to just continue to, degrade rapidly. What's he gonna be? I mean, maybe he does develop his pass game and becomes a good pocket passer, but oh man,
So they
that's a
compare
lot to
this guy
gamble on.
Tyreek Hill, huh?
I wouldn't want him to
Interesting
run after
comparison.
paying him a contract like that. Like, don't you dare run. No hits for you. Don't ever get hit. That's too much money.
Yeah,
How much of it was
nice.
guaranteed, Z?
185.
Oh my god.
the
Oh my god.
only more guaranteed money was Deshaun Watson, who got 200 million. But this is more money if
Overall?
it's fully paid out. Yeah.
Dear God. What is
I forgot the
that?
average annual salary. It's something like
That's got to be one of the most overrated
50 plus
contracts I've
million.
ever heard. How did they
Well, I mean,
buy
this is
into
a
that?
question too for the Lions with Jared Goff. He has 2 years left on his contract.
Yeah.
How much does he ask for? He's
I would feel
28.
more comfortable paying him that contract, but I wouldn't pay him that. I don't want to pay him that contract. But I'm just saying, like,
quarterback.
I think he projects more upside in the near future than what's his name, Lamar. But go ahead. Sorry.
No, I mean, I'm just saying, like these quarterback contracts, they really. That's why the quarterback, the rookie quarterback that's successful, is the most valuable commodity in the sport because you can build around it for a short amount of time, because then you have to dedicate 20% of your salary cap to it eventually.
Yeah.
And see,
You're
that's
right.
the one thing about like Jared Goff. Like, if you think if he can develop, like he's hitting his prime, like a 5-year contract for him would not be crazy. Like, you'd still be getting him through prime years, like into their early 30s is when quarterbacks find that like maturity level of experience and like get it all together. Like, look at Stafford before how much he developed all those years to become that guy in the Rams. Like, he was not always that polished. He took a long time to get to that level. And like Jared Goff, I don't see why he should be any different. And he's only 28. Like, a 5-year contract after next year I don't think that'd be ridiculous. And that way, we've already built the team mostly now. So I mean, we're
I'm
not
just gonna
really in
tell you,
building mode.
On social media, the Lions fans are not exactly loving this draft
No,
so
they're
far.
just being
Yeah, I had a
buzzkills,
feeling.
if you ask me.
I had a feeling. Because everyone was brainwashed into thinking we had to get a D-tack
True.
first pick, and
That's a good point, you
I
said.
want a D line.
So did I.
I mean, because I believe in building through D line, but they must like who they have.
With these 3 picks we have in the second round, we can address that with a good player, I think.
Yeah, I mean, mind you, I'm just gonna let's read off some of who's still available, shall we? I mean, we
got a Lee McNeil. What if we got another guy like that? Found another gem.
I mean, but even Lee McNeil took like the mid-season last year, so his second season to really start picking up his game.
But
So
we
it takes
also
some time
have
for these guys to develop.
we have a good starter next to McNeil. I think if you think we needed a front end upgrade at D tackle, I think you're discounting just how good Bugs played for us last year.
But let's
Bugs
also not discount the Lions had a chance at Carter in this draft and they passed on it. So.
They did. But I'm just saying the point is Jalen Carter next, and not Jalen Carter. Isaiah Bugs next to Aleem McNeil to me is a quality starting interior D line. Like Bugs made some serious impact plays for us last year and was rock steady. I want more behind him. I was kind of hoping we might be able to upgrade him, but I don't necessarily think that's going to be super easy after passing on Carter or Cansey. Like, but I don't think it was a need per se. Depth was more of a need there than front end talent.
Well,
I
look, we
think.
still got Maisie Smith out there, Brian
Yep.
Breezy, Keanu
Keanu
Benton.
Benton.
I mean, there's
Everyone
some good
after
ones
the top two
still out there.
And then at D end we have Miles Murphy.
Yep.
We have Uzamo. I'm sorry, Felix and Dyke. Uzoma from Kansas State.
Easy for you.
Keon White, which I can see. And then the truly like I think a wild card prospect is you know, I gotta look up how to pronounce his name. The guy in Northwestern.
Adibare.
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 Thank you, Red Dog. An athletic freak, but a guy that
I would
didn't
be
really
happy.
produce at Northwestern, like stats wise.
On a bad D though, like he did pretty good on a bad defense. But no, he needs polish, no doubt. He's more of a raw upside guy. But I would not be mad if we took a flyer on a dude like that.
Yeah, he could be a good second round flyer. Keon White, I wouldn't hate.
I don't hate Keon White.
The short description of him, if you want, is bull in a china shop. So
love that.
Yeah. So those are the kind of top D linemen available right now.
I don't necessarily think we're going to be targeting end. I still don't think that's a huge need for us. I think D tackle, if you want to call it a need, has more need, especially depth. But like, or at least rotational talent, like that would, be able to rotate Bugs and McNeil out. Like, I think that's more of a need. I would expect us to definitely address that at some point. Yeah. And I'm just not so sure about. I'd be fine if we don't take a single end in this draft.
I want 4 first rounders on that D line.
I know.
I just love the D line. I just think that's how you build your defense.
Hey, we got a first rounder linebacker now.
We do.
And Z,
when's the last time the Lions drafted a first round linebacker?
Probably Jared Davis at.
I don't have that. Yeah. Well, there you go.
I think
this in this range. In this range, no less. I think.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Was he the first true linebacker off the board?
No, McDonald.
Yeah, so first true linebacker.
True
off the board.
linebacker, I guess so.
Because
McDonald's not really a true linebacker.
No, I count him as an edge linebacker type, outside linebacker or edge.
There's the Vikings.
So the Vikings are up.
Pick is in.
The Lions will not be trading with them as they have been keen to do in recent memory. I can see them going Jordan Addison here. They need another wide receiver, or Will Levis because they need a long-term quarterback.
This is Will Levis's last chance of the first round, unless someone trades up. In all likelihood,
which is always possible because you want that 5th-year option for your quarterback, especially. But
I know how Will Levis is feeling right now. It's like when we were playing our Turkey Bowl last year, and I was like the last guy picked. Yeah.
I feel bad for Will Levis because in all the smoke and mirrors, someone misled him to think he was going today. Like that's like the crappy thing in all of this is that like some of these guys get jerked around a bit because people aren't being honest about what
the Vikings pick is in.
Yeah, let's see.
That sucks. You get invited to the draft on day 1 and don't go.
Jordan Addison, the wide receiver at USC.
Yeah,
that is a great
call,
pick,
dude.
That's going to give the Lions some fits. That's going to give the Lions some fits.
What's up, that Kid J?
Our producer Kid J wants to ask you, who is Jordan Addison? You did not know earlier in the podcast. I informed you.
Trick question.
Well, he's a wide receiver from USC.
He's that guy that
Pitt,
Big Z told me about 5 minutes ago.
Oh, look at.
I didn't do a deep dive at wide receiver this year. I didn't think that was a huge.
Who makes the suits for these guys?
Need.
Good Lord, some of these things are just crazy.
Yeah, I know. Right? That pink suit. Well, obviously he thought he was good enough. He was there at the draft this year.
I think it'd be funny to see one of these big old linemen go up there like in just cargo shorts and a fishing shirt, or something. Oh,
Are they getting Will Levis to back up Daniel Jones? How fast did Addison run, Z?
Jordan Addison. I'll have to look that up.
Small guy. Like, I'm guessing
He's a
got
great route
speed.
runner, though. Great route runner. Always gets separation. 4.49.
Oh wow, a decent. Not
So, yeah, not
spectacular
elite speed, but good speed, but really good route runner. Knows how to get to the open spot. Succeeded in multiple offenses in college.
Interesting. Such
You
a
could
slight
say
frame.
Kenny Pickett made him, or he made Kenny Pickett. I would go the latter.
Ooh, interesting.
I think Kenny Pickett's not as successful at Pitt without Jordan Addison. So I'm really high on him, and
That makes sense.
I wish he wasn't in the division. So that's a bummer. That's a
Though
bummer.
I think you'll probably struggle to find a quarterback that was great in college that didn't have some sort of talent.
Yes, well, that's a knock on Stroud. A lot of people think Stroud looked good because he was playing with like just constantly top 15 wide receivers all the time in his offense. So
I feel like that's always hard to judge, like the Ohio State quarterbacks and like the Bama quarterbacks for that reason. They always are just loaded, and it's like when you're just tossing it up, and any of your guys are going to come down. It's like, what?
Right.
But that was the thing about Stroud. I haven't really bought. I usually don't buy in on Ohio State quarterbacks because they seem a little bit a benefit of just all that talent. But I don't know. Something about Stroud. He just seemed more like a polished passer, just a true, just like
I would agree.
pocket passer than recent years at Ohio State.
Richardson at 4 to the Colts is still bonkers to me. So
yeah.
Oh, that's not surprising. Why? Why's it bonkers?
I mean, the Colts, at least the GM. I mean, we're not in those conversations, but the GM is on the hot seat, and you don't usually see a GM take a quarterback that is really unproven. Right. A guy that completed just over 50% of his passes in college. Florida did not win a lot of games. The offense was mediocre at best. But he has elite arm talent, elite mobility, elite running speed. But the NFL. Okay, so our producer just informed us that the New York Giants are taking Deontay Banks. So we can take that to the bank. He will not be on the line.
Some of us had him mocked to us, I believe.
So that's like
that's killer.
All the top corners are pretty much gone now, right?
No,
Joey Porter.
Oh,
Joey
Porter.
Porter's
That's what
still
I
out
forget.
there.
I didn't say. I thought I was forgetting someone. Okay, yeah. So only Porter left for the top handful of guys.
Yeah, he's the last one out of our top 5, I believe. It's still there. I haven't seen a single safety taken yet.
No.
Yeah, I mean, you have Julius Brents out there and Keely Ringo. Those are some of the top names that I've heard thrown out. Keely Ringo's stock has fallen a little bit.
He's too stiff. He's gonna need some development.
He was exposed in an Ohio State game for sure.
He has some great upside, but you're gonna need to get him over some maybe
a
nice mobility training. Oh, me too. But I mean, Keely Ringo's 4.35 speed. I mean, that's hard to ignore. But like, that's the thing. Like, cornerback speed is important, but so is like agility and like change of direction, and that's where he struggled. And it's like, I don't know, that you may never overcome that.
Yeah, prognosticators were really off about Will Levis.
Oh yeah,
I don't think
he's getting picked in this round.
I don't
see anybody.
I don't either. I wonder what the odds on that were. They had to be super high.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's the one I felt the least sure about. Like, even though Richardson probably like is less ready than him, I still felt like Richardson was gonna probably get a little more love just for that athletic upside.
So the Giants threw a 5th and a 7th round pick at Jaguar just to move up one spot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pick who?
Wait, say it again, UJ.
The Giants threw a 5th and a 7th round pick to the Jaguars just
Oh.
to move up one.
That's not that
Interesting.
much.
Oh.
I
Oh,
don't.
for
think-
one move.
I love these fans that are just yelling like they're
I know.
they're at a football game
I know.
for the NFL draft. I guess they get their chance to be on the TV.
It is amazing what like the production this has become.
Remarkable.
Has been.
Truly
Oh my
remarkable.
God.
Like no other sport can draw this kind of attention to their
No
draft.
way.
Like the NBA has tried, but it's just not the
They
same.
tried, but football just has so much. I mean, the college football is so popular too. So
That's a big that's a good point. What is it? It's just something about the draft and that tantalizing aspect of adding another piece to your board, like to your talent and your team. It just seems so much more exciting in football than any other sport. I don't know.
right. There's a lot more activity too in the NFL. I feel the draft than some of the other sports. I mean, hockey's just not a popular sport in America like football. It's not even comparable.
Yeah.
I mean,
I guess
NBA is probably
NBA
closest second.
NBA is probably like after the first like 10 picks, you're
But
like,
again,
no one cares about
Goodell's,
anyone.
Roger Goodell's up here, and he, whatever, nonsense he gets, it's undeniably grown in popularity under his tenure.
Yeah.
So from that
I can't deny
perspective, he's
that.
done a great job.
I still think that's more just because fantasy football came out in his tenure.
Deontay Banks.
Definitely helps. You're
That's
right.
The Giants.
You're
We
right.
knew that already.
But he could.
Fantasy-
They could shut that down too, and he didn't. So
Fantasy football changed everything.
Jamir Gibbs does help fill the speed void too, Red Dog, in the absence
Exactly.
of Jameson for 6 games.
Yeah, he's gonna. Then imagine when the two of them get on that field together, our speed. Oh my god!
Oh,
Not to mention, like Raymond, he's not too shabby.
it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of. This is a fun pick, but man,
It's not. It's gonna be a
I would
deadly
love to
pick,
see where
man.
he landed if the Lions didn't pick him at 12.
I don't
Just
think
like-
he
I just wanna
definitely
know how
wouldn't have
much they
got out
reached
of the
for him.
first round. I guarantee you.
Yeah, I agree.
Perhaps not.
Because the thing is, like,
Jacksonville Jaguars have traded the 25th pick to the Bills. Or did we already
oh
mention
wow, they're just going back.
Oh, picking up more picks.
that? Pick.
Maybe they'll trade us back into the first round for a little and nothing for late round picks.
Hmm.
Because that's the thing, like with all these high round picks, what do we even need with all these late round picks? Like our roster's getting to that point where like only so many guys are going to make this damn team. Like we can't just keep adding guys in the late rounds who are going to have realistic shots of making the team.
You never know, man. You let them
I mean,
come
you
in
don't-
and try.
Yeah,
Compete.
don't. I'm just saying, like we have so many high round picks. Like
Sometimes you find that gem in the later rounds, man. You never know.
I mean, you do, and Brad Holmes has shown to be able to find them too. So, but like, does a guy like Rodrigo come in next year and start now? Like, we already think he might have just lost his starting role to Jack Campbell, probably.
He
Like-
probably has.
Like that's the thing. When you're drafting this high in this many positions, you're gonna.
Well, just like Z was saying, though, I mean, you need that depth. And,
Oh, absolutely.
And the way the Lions use their linebackers, they do a lot of rotating. So these guys will see the field. It's not like they're going to be.
I also think Rodrigo's kind of a little bit of a weapon that you're not going to want to leave out either. Like,
Yeah.
he has unique traits that I don't think you're going to want him off the field too much.
True.
I'll be curious to see how they use Jack Campbell. Like, because theoretically, he takes Keekly's. Why do I keep saying Keekly?
Going to be in the
Anzalone's job.
Anzalone spot. So
Yeah.
and they just gave Anzalone a big contract. So,
But I could also see him playing
big.
next to Anzalone.
Yeah. I absolutely could see that.
I don't. You might not need to step in as the mic right away. But Zeke, you
Man.
said we need an athletic weak side linebacker, and clearly the Lions didn't really think along those lines. I'm curious what your thoughts
Nope.
are now. Like, actually, Anzalone would probably project better as a weak side linebacker than a middle. He's
I don't know.
fast and he's not super
Do
big.
the
and
Lions even use the linebackers in the traditional like middle
It's-
linebacker way? I mean,
They don't.
They don't.
it's
so,
hard to say, yeah.
You know,
But like this just showed us that they prioritize it far more than I think a lot of people thought. like that was one of the reasons I kind of aired away from Jack Campbell as things rolled on, because like people kept talking about how Brad Holmes like never drafted linebackers high at the Rams. Well, or that the Rams never drafted him high when he was there. Like there was no implication that he held linebacker as a high, draft priority. And now he takes Jack Campbell at 18, and it's like, damn.
you think Bills go linebacker here?
Dalton Kincaid.
yeah, all
That's a
right.
fun pick for the Bills.
That'll help
Yeah.
save Josh Allen from running a little bit, maybe.
They have Dawson Knox, so he's a trusted receiver for the Bills, but
Well, he was the
Kincaid
number-
is on some people's board the best tight end in this draft. So
yeah.
he's a receiving tight end.
He's the
a
first one to
receiving
go.
Tight end. Yeah. Michael Mayer might fall the first round here, Dallas.
He might.
A lot of people had him going to Dallas, and that'd be
That'd
be great for him if he went to Dallas as far as like for his career. That'd be a great fit.
This is the range where these kinds of guys go, though, to all these established teams that can afford to pick, auxiliary parts.
What if he
like
fell
tight
to the
end.
Lions at 34?
I'm okay with that.
I don't hate it. I'd be fine. If the Lions picked him, I'd be fine. That's a weapon. Like he's more than just a blocker, but he's a more balanced tight end, I think, than Kincaid. And not that far behind as a weapon.
You keep showing Will Levis.
Oh, I know. Look at all these. Who is his sister?
Was he the only one left in there?
I don't know. It looks like he might be. The room's like emptying out.
Michael Mayer might be in there, right? I don't know if he was invited. I got to look at the remaining.
I don't know if he was invited.
Well,
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
looking
see the
up the
Lions
list to
trading
see
up
if I see
anymore.
somebody. 17 people are invited. Brian Branch. I'm surprised he was invited. He's there.
He's really good. He's probably the best
He
safety
has
in
been
this
picked
draft.
up. Joey Porter.
Well, he's got a good looking entourage.
Keon
Will
White
Levis.
is
He
there.
does.
Okay, there's 4 left in there.
He's got all these good looking.
Brian Branch is one of the 4. Will Levis, Joey Porter, and then Keon White. Those are the 4.
Keon White got invited. Wow, interesting.
Telling you.
It's interesting how they invite who they choose to invite. Brian Branch.
It is. I mean, some of those maybe like they were next on the list if somebody said no, but
I could see Brian Branch going in these next picks. He is dynamic, man. I think he fits the modern day NFL very well. Like he's not a pure corner, but he is a good safety. He could play that nickel slot that is so prominent nowadays in the league. Like you just don't see you see look what like Chauncey Gardner-Johnson does. Like he can do that kind of stuff.
Or if the Bills go linebacker.
I don't know. Because did they lose someone this year?
Tremaine.
Tremaine, that's right. I was gonna say, I felt like they lost. See someone like Drew Sanders or Trenton Simpson
Dalton
or
Kincaid. Oh no!
I could see Brian Branch
behind
going
here. We got the
Dalton Kincaid.
yeah. I'm a little behind here.
Oh wait, didn't Z already tell us this happened?
Yeah,
He already did.
it's the Cowboys on the clock.
yeah, we just talked about him.
I know it's confusing though. I'm watching it live and you're just
I
so
know.
far ahead.
I know.
I didn't realize you were saying
I
the
was ahead
Bills-
of the draft too. Our producer Kid Jay told us.
I know, but I'm watching it live happen on my TV and it's slow, way slower. It's just confusing.
Atlanta.
Plus, it's late, and and
Don't
I'm not
blame
even
the
dr-
time
I'm
of
not
day.
drinking tonight. That's my problem.
You, Jay.
He's gotta-
You're lacking the Kool-Aid?
I'm drinking, but it's a different kind of Kool-Aid today. It's called sodium potassium or something like that.
What the hell?
I'm getting a colonoscopy tomorrow. Okay, so I'm like
Oh.
purging myself here, I guess you call it.
Yeah,
I
share the
gotcha.
details, UJ. I'm sure our listeners would love to hear about it.
Believe me, I'd rather be
If
eating
they
and
made it
drinking.
this far, they have gotten some intimate details.
Yeah.
Can't wait to watch Jack Campbell and Jamir Gibbs film. Oh, I'm so excited.
I like how the Lions fans are upset about it. Kind of interesting.
Oh my gosh. How are they upset? Like, we got a weapon, a deadly weapon. Like, it doesn't matter if it's a running back or a receiver. Like, he's just a deadly weapon all around. Like, I can't help but be super psyched. And then Jack Campbell, like, come on.
Makes me wonder if he would have been there at 18 if they'd
Oh no, don't start
Yeah.
feeding Z's mania now.
No, I'm just curious because I had him at
What's that?
18.
No, he's asking. He just makes you wonder if Jamir Gibbs would have been there at 18 now.
I'm guessing yes.
I don't know
See?
about that.
You're feeding
I don't know about
Z's.
that.
So would you have rather had Lucas Van Ness and Jamir Gibbs, or Lucas Van Ness at 12, Jamir Gibbs at 18, or do you
No.
like the way it's fallen with Gibbs?
Oh, I
and
love it.
Campbell?
I absolutely love it. Knowing now that they like Jack Campbell, that was the only thing I was missing in the equation. I like Jack Campbell. I think he projects very well as a stud at the next level. I think he's going to be a beast for us.
Yeah.
And I
UJ?
love Gibbs.
I agree with that too. I like Campbell a lot. But I was, I guess I buy into some of the hype going on. A lot of people are having him falling further in the second round stuff, and eventually you hear enough of it, you start believing some of it.
Yeah.
In the beginning though, I was pretty high on him as a possible first round pick. So I don't know. I like it. I like that the Lions liked it. So I'm giving Brad Holmes the benefit of the doubt until he proves us wrong. So,
I have zero problem. He's addressed all the major needs in free agency. We didn't have a single major need on this roster, so we add
right.
a dynamic playmaker who could be an absolute home run hitter that we just didn't have on the roster before. Like, anyone who thinks I just want to say this, anyone who thinks we're just like adding a new DeAndre Swift, like, this kid's on another level. This is different. This isn't DeAndre Swift. This is an upgrade.
Yeah.
This is better.
It just goes to show the frustration I think they've had with Swift a little bit. His inability to stay on the field. You know what I mean?
Oh, sure.
So,
but now you got him, and I mean, maybe Z's right. Maybe we'll find a way to get Swift for something. But like, now you got the potential 3-headed monster going into the season.
You want a good quote from Jack Campbell? New Lions. This is from Ben Raven of M Live. New Lions linebacker Jack Campbell at the scouting combine. This one saved just in case. I love having that green dot on the back of my head. If I make a mistake, I kind of like being able to be the first one to raise my hand and just get a bunch of chewing tobacco in my eyes. I don't know what the quote means. There you go.
I like it.
That sounds like a Dan
I don't know
Campbell
if
kind of
there's more
guy
to
right
that
there.
quote, but that was just one.
And Campbell chews
on my
tobacco
timeline.
too. So, hey, there you go.
I just think this kid's gonna be a game changer for us at linebacker. Like we just haven't had a guy like this. We've never had a guy like this. And I think he's unique. He's a unique player. Like, even like compared to like Drew Sanders, who's a similar height, he's an inch taller. He's just so big. He's a monster. Like, and like you look at his legs and his ass, it's like he is built.
The Cowboys are waiting a long time here.
They are. They're on their yacht making a pick or somewhere. I don't know. I know one. Or was it during COVID? Jerry Jones is on his yacht.
They showed
him. I think Michael Mayer would be a great fit for the Cowboys.
Well, so does ESPN because they seem to be highlighting Michael.
Let's put our ends to hoping for him to fall to 27. Though Z, your boy might still be there at 27 or 34. I mean,
which boy? Oh, Darnell. Washington. Yes, I just think he fits the Lions the best with the.
I don't feel him at 34, but if we picked him at like 48 or 55, I could see it. I still think he's gonna fall just because his projected upside relies on a lot of polishing to his game, like a lot of development. Like
You
his
see that guy
receiving
run?
game,
He runs in slow motion. He's like a lumbering, like
he's deceptively
dinosaur.
fast, but
I
like
don't know.
he wasn't like his film didn't suggest elite receiving talent. Like he didn't catch balls away from his body. He dropped a lot of balls. Like his receiving game is going to need a lot of development for him to be a high end guy. Like, but I love his his blocking capability.
Yep.
Honestly, his blocking capability alone does make me be perfectly fine wherever we draft him, because I don't mind an extra guy who's like an extra O lineman on the line who could occasionally go out for a pass. Like even if he never develops into a dynamic receiver, a guy like that I don't hate having around.
Producer Kid J, are we good?
Oh, hey.
Hold on, I'm just at one moment. We're having someone join the podcast here. I just want to make sure we're good to go.
Yeah.
All right, we're just giving him 1 second here.
Oh, it's been more than 1 second, Kid J.
All good. The Cowboys pick is in while we're
who we
waiting
got?
for our guest to join. And then
I have
it's
a feeling you're
Jacksonville, Cincinnati. We're near the end of the draft, the first round here.
So excited right now. I can't get over our picks.
All right, we're all ready to go. So we're going to welcome a former guest of the pod. It's been a while, though. It's been a while. That's my buddy Adam.
What up,
Hey.
Adam?
What's up,
I'm
Adam?
a big Lions fan, biggest Lions fans I know outside of our inner circle, you guys. So I mean, Adam, why don't you just introduce yourself a little bit, and then we'll get right into your reactions tonight to the to the draft.
Hey, I'm Adam. I was on the podcast 2-3 years ago.
2 years ago, I think. But
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yes, it has.
I remember like it was yesterday.
Yeah, I think who was it that I was talking about? We were talking receivers back when I was on.
Man.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Was it Amon Ra? I don't know.
No. This was back in the Bob Quinn era.
Oh,
So
geez.
it was quite some time.
All right, we can
In
throw
the
out
painful
whatever that
days.
was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's get Adam. What do you think about tonight? 12 and 18.
So I think I definitely agree with everyone in terms of great players, bad value.
No, I'm just kidding.
That seems to be the social media consensus.
So every single one of the players seems to fit what the Lions want to do. I'm honestly shocked that we took a linebacker this early just based on everything the Rams have done in the past. But I'm really happy with the picks. Campbell just seems like a guy that will really be able to get behind.
Yeah.
And then Gibbs, he just transforms the offense. Like, he is everything we wanted Swift to be, except healthy.
Healthy right now.
Yeah.
Faster.
But Gibbs has never really had injury concerns the way that Swift did.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
So far.
Poor job at best.
Really quick. The Cowboys took Mozzie Smith.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
The D tackle out
Damn.
of Michigan. So down goes that one.
Yeah, another
Yeah.
one.
I
There
did
goes.
not think he was a first rounder.
No. I mean, Adam, I've been saying this. We've been kind of saying this in the pod tonight. The value, or I just like the way these teams are evaluating guys this year, pretty much, except for like the top 7 blue chippers in this draft, is just all over the place. It's truly unpredictable.
Yeah, nothing has honestly made sense in terms of the draft after pick, I would say 3.
Yeah.
I was shocked when the Colts went for Richardson.
Yeah, that was a big one.
Would you think they'd take Levis?
Honestly, I did buy into it.
Yeah, that was the narrative coming into it, and then Witherspoon to the Seahawks is probably even more shocking.
Yeah, I think if Richardson hadn't gone to the Colts, we would have ended up with Witherspoon.
Would you have rather us stay at 6 and take Jalen Carter?
No, absolutely not.
Nice.
I am very much so a believer that Carter is not a fit for the Lions.
Why so?
I'm with you.
Character wise?
character-wise, but it more comes down to if you watch his tape, like not just the highlights, his effort was so inconsistent.
I'd agree with that. I agree.
He is not the guy that you want play in and play out.
That's a big thing too.
That's a good
Yeah,
point.
he kind of
No,
reminded me of Sean Rogers, like kind of a guy that will show up every like 3 plays maybe, but it takes a few plays.
Don't be
off
dissing
here and
Sean
there.
Rogers, man.
Yeah, I know.
I love
Don't be
Sean
dissing
Rogers,
Sean
but he
Rogers.
did disappear a lot.
No, I'll tell
Sean
you what.
Rogers better prospect.
Oh
Go
God!
ahead.
For half a season, Sean Rogers dominated the NFL, and then I think he got tired. I think he got literally hit a wall and had no backing around him. And yeah, he fell off after that, but he was a dominating player. That kid was wow. He was good.
Not to mention any lethargy, he was like 300 and at least 340 pounds plus. Like,
Yeah.
this kid's only like just over 300, like 313, I want to say, or maybe it's 320. I don't know, but
Yeah.
still significantly more weight to carry around.
So,
Yeah.
Adam,
Don't be
seeing
dissing
how it's
Sean.
falling right now, I know we have a few picks left in the night. We have the Jaguars, the Bengals, the Saints, Eagles, and the Chiefs. Who do you think the Lions will target with one of their 3 second-round picks tomorrow?
Well, things have really gotten thrown off for me just based on who's gotten taken.
Right.
I don't think we look at cornerback in the second round anymore. All of the people that I would have targeted there are gone. Brents, I really like in the third round. And I
he
could
falls
see
that
that
far, huh?
Yeah, I think he could just because he's so raw. He's got kind of that a little bit Tariq Woolen, not as athletic, not as big. But I think he could still make it to the third round.
Thank you for
My guy
validating my
for-
comparison.
My guy for the second round is Keanu Benton.
Yeah.
I think he'd be a great pick for us.
I like
I
that
think we're
one.
all on board with you there, buddy.
Yep.
Yeah.
That would complete our D line if you ask me. Like, we have enough edge talent. Like, if we get another like high end D tackles to pair with or to put with Bugs and McNeil, I think you got yourself just a stacked D line.
I agree with that. Getting that nose tackle where we can really solidify the line and have them learn with Bugs is going to be a great piece for us.
I like
Yeah,
it.
absolutely.
I'd also be looking at someone like BJ Aguilari, just to have a little bit more depth on the edge. And then I would also look at Keon White just because we like that inside-outside versatility.
All right. Yeah. I mean, he's at the draft. He's waiting to get drafted too. So
If you want edge,
you don't-
someone like Isaiah Foskey might not be such a bad grab in the second round.
I'm personally a big
Indeed.
Foskey fan. I don't know how he fits our team, though.
Why is that?
What do you mean?
Where would you play him?
Yeah, I mean, well, that's my question with all these edges, though. Like any end or defensive end or edge, it's like they're gonna have to fight through a thick room of talent between the Aquaras, Pascal, Charles Harris, John Kaminsky. I don't know if you're going to add to edge,
Good
though. I
problem.
just don't see you're just looking for talent, someone who you
Another
think can make a
offensive
difference
tackle
out
off
there.
the board.
Oh, who
Anton
went different?
I don't
Harrison
know.
just went to the Jaguars.
Mm-hmm.
How do you see Keon White fitting in?
So I would say he's very much so in that like Kaminsky mold, essentially. And the more players that we have in that mold that are good both in and out, we can just keep rotating, keep that fast pace.
I see what you
and that's going to really wear offenses down.
I can't argue with that. And what have we done at the second round the last few years? Did we do just
take one D
grab a
lineman,
third?
one edge
Yeah,
guy.
grab another D lineman.
Yeah.
Hopefully this one stays healthy.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's Benton. I think he's the guy if he's still there. Though Nolan Smith is still on the board.
Miles Murphy too.
Yeah.
Miles Murphy, I'm not surprised by. If you look at his tape, he hasn't really developed. He's the same player he was in high school.
What do you mean by that? Like he hasn't developed moves. He hasn't developed like some
Just getting
So-
behind his
That's
raw
his play.
talent or something.
There aren't different moves. If you look at how he approaches a rush, it's the exact same way. He hasn't really learned how to approach tackles differently. I'd be concerned about if he's tapped out just because he's not really learning.
That's interesting.
Fair enough. Didn't consider that perspective for sure.
I also
Yeah,
see
I think
him.
that's a big reason why he's falling.
I also see
Any-
him in the mold of Romeo Acquire. He reminds me a lot in build and play style.
Yeah.
Like I don't.
Last question to pose before we end here. Do you think the Lions target a quarterback in the second round possibly for depth at that position? Because there's Levis still hanging around. There's Hendon Hooker, Jay Kaner, who I like Jay Kaner a lot.
I've got Hainer as a 4th rounder.
All right.
4th round, I'd be okay.
All right.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, 4th round would be great, but I don't think we have a 4th rounder. So
No, we don't. But
No.
3rd round.
I honestly don't think that we'd be looking day 2. If anything, we'd be looking day 3. I do
2?
like
Aiden O'Connell.
Aiden O'Connell's interesting. He's kind of just a career backup. There's no upside there.
It's a great career.
I agree.
I'd be looking almost at like DJT.
Oh,
Who?
Dorian Thompson
Yeah.
Robinson.
Yeah.
BTR.
Or yeah, DTR.
Refresh me on
Just
who
the
he is.
upside.
He's
UCLA.
quarterback out of UCLA.
UCLA
Yeah.
quarterback.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like a hybrid quarterback.
Okay.
I think he's got the most upside, but his floor is a lot higher than a lot of the project quarterbacks.
Hmm.
What about Max Dugan?
I was
UJ
just gonna
favorite?
say.
Absolutely not. Can he lead a team? Yes.
I think
but
a 5th round's fine.
I could see him kind of following the Kellen Moore role, where he ends up being an offensive coordinator.
Maybe.
Yeah, he's just
It's not the worst
lampooning your
route.
pick right now.
Oh, well, there goes the Miles
picked him
Murphy
in the
train
3rd
because
round.
It just left the
Yeah,
station
well, you know,
in
I had to pick
Cincinnati.
somebody.
The Miles Murphy train just left the
Oh,
station.
Murphy just
Well,
went
what
to
do
the
you know?
Bengals?
Miles
There you go.
Murphy.
Oh, all right.
So there you go. But Adam, we have I think we have 3 picks left in the night, so we're gonna let you go. But just really quick,
I got a question.
wait, you have one more question, Road Dog?
Yeah.
Go for
What
it.
do you think they go all defense in the 2nd round?
Ooh, that's tough.
Guard, we need a guard, right?
I
They do,
think
but
guard.
3rd, 4th round can be good guard round too. But go ahead, Adam.
my gut says 1 defense, 2 offense.
Oh wow.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What
There's still
what
some
offense?
good guards too. You got Avila, Torrance, Zavala still. I mean, we have
Yeah.
Yeah,
picks
that's
left.
kind of why I think 2 offense. I think we're going to go guard, either wide receiver or tight end, most likely tight end, and then defensive tackle.
All right, that would not be
Yeah.
bad. That wouldn't be bad. I think we'd
I'm
all
good with
be all
that.
for that.
Interesting. Though I'm not sure about the tight end obsession. I'm not really sure what the Lions are thinking
Washington.
It's not that I want them to take a tight end. It's that they've kind of hinted at wanting to take a
Adam,
tight
are you
end.
as
Ooh,
high
you
at
think
Darnell
so?
Washington as I am? I think he fits a great need in this offense.
I think he's a very interesting pick. I would not be upset if we took him. My guy is Sam Laporta, though.
All right, that was Bob
Yeah.
too, or
But I'm
Really
curious
big
where
pop.
you saw that they hinted at needing that picking one.
It was who was it that they tried to sign this offseason? It was the guy who got examined by the Saints ended up having cancer.
oh
Man, I don't know. But we
No,
What?
it wasn't Brees.
No.
It was the backup from the Raiders, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, Foster Moreau.
Foster
Oh.
Moreau. Yes.
I didn't hear.
Yes.
I must have missed that one.
Yeah, we were definitely in on him.
Oh, okay. So they tried to get a tight end this offseason,
They
but
did,
it
yeah.
failed.
Yep.
Okay. Fair point. Fair point.
If we hadn't had
there's some
that
good-
leak that we were interested in Moreau, I don't think we'd be looking at tight end, but I
Nobody
think that
don't-
was the hint for me.
You know, that's a good hint because, like, I feel like everyone else's hint is we traded away TJ Hawkinson. It's like, I didn't see that. We got better when he left. I didn't see that as like good evidence.
No, that was addition by subtraction.
And again, we don't have that third rounder now. We have 3 second rounders. And the current tight ends available are Michael Mayer, Luke Musgrave out of Oregon State, Darnell Washington, Big Z favorite, Sam Laporta, and favorite, but also favorite of the pod. Tucker Kraft, I think, is maybe a solid one. I don't know about second round for him, though.
No, that's early.
We could grab one in the third, I think. Oh, we don't have a third. Well, late second.
We
could treat our late second like a third at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose so. But Adam, we're going to let you go, but any last, first of all, grade on the first round, and then if you have any social media or anything you'd like to share about yourself.
Grade I would give right now a B-, just because I think we could have had these players a little bit later. But I'm happy with the players themselves. No social media that I ever use, but always happy to join when you'll have me.
All right, Adam. Well, we appreciate you joining. Thank you for joining us,
Adam.
Thanks, Adam.
I know you nerd out with this stuff along with us, so always really appreciate it. But hopefully, we'll have you on soon another time.
All right, thanks for having me.
Thanks, Adam.
All right, take care, Adam.
Thanks, Adam.
Have a good one.
Good night.
So,
And go Lions.
Go Lions.
Oh yeah. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens with Lions right away here tomorrow. What time's the draft on tomorrow? It's a little earlier. It's like maybe 6 or 5 o'clock.
I'm just curious to see how many people's trust Brad Holmes statements hold true after this, because it sounds like a lot of people are all of a sudden flopping over and being like,
the knee-jerk reactions. Although it was kind of my reaction in the moment too. So, I don't distrust Brad Holmes. Don't get me wrong. I really like the way they built this roster, but
I'm just so excited. I think we hit home runs here, baby. I think we went for difference makers. Like, I just feel like if we didn't like Carter at 6, it's like you trade back and you get the guy that you don't think will be there at 18. You get the guy that you think will be, an absolute game changer for you on offense. And then, you do the same at 18. I just don't see any problem with it. I think I put stock in value in a positional value. So, I get that. But that only holds so much weight, especially when you trade back and gain extra resources. Like, we didn't sit at 6 and pick them. If we sat at 6 and pick them, I'd feel a little different about this. But we traded back, got a little extra resources, a higher pick in the second round, like basically a first rounder, and get the guy they want. I don't have a problem with it. He's so good.
A quote from Kelvin Shepard, the Lions linebacker coach, said this was his first reaction after the combine interview with Jack Campbell. Damn, that's going to be hard to top right there.
Oh, man.
So there you go.
That's awesome.
It's always fun to get the little insights after.
There was just something about the way he plays the game that just made me think he might be a Dan Campbell guy. You can never know for sure, but
the Lions fans aren't going to love it right now, but he's going to be a fan favorite very fast.
Oh, absolutely.
Captain Jack Campbell,
Kelvin Shepard also tweeted, "Let's go." That makes his job a lot easier, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh man. So they're the fun picks. They're undoubtedly fun picks.
You could look at it.
Value. I don't know.
You could look at it this way too, Z. Like with as far as Jack Campbell, in terms of building, right? You could argue, we always say D-line first. Well, last year we picked a D-lineman at number 2, and we've added 2 in the top of the second round in both years as well. Like, we've been building through the trenches, but now we address the second level of the defense, which needed some
Ryan Breesy is gone.
Yes, and another D tackle off the board late in the first round here to the Saints. Brian Breesy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, very good D tackle. Very good.
That's a nice pick.
Yeah. 5 picks before the Lions go.
Big, tall, explosive. Nice. I like that pick. But yeah, I'm just saying we've been building through the D line. Like, and if they didn't like any of the guys they had a shot at, I have no problem them trading back out of the top 10 and taking a guy who might not. At least we didn't get him in the top 10. Like, that's got to make you feel a little better about it. I mean, he's a
Yeah.
first round talent. It's just only thing against him is positional value. That's the only thing against Gibbs. And like we didn't
It's a
pick him in the
legit
top
argument.
10. But like positional value to me is mitigated outside of the top 10. Like if it was at 6, it's a different story. Like same thing with like a Kuda. We picked him at 3. Like if we had picked him at 6 or later, it'd be a whole different story. But like I think the fact that we trade back, got more resources, an extra, and then get the guy, I have no problem with that. I don't see how that's a reach on a guy who's you probably think is not going to be there at 18. I'm guessing is what they felt when they pulled the trigger, and they must have had him at the top of their board as well. So I mean,
Must have.
like he's going to affect the game in multiple ways.
A home run hitter for sure. A guy
threat.
that we thought Swift would be, but again, he's just got to stay healthy. He stayed healthy in college, but I mean, Swift is healthy in college. It's one thing to play in college, another thing to play in the NFL.
Sure.
So you don't know, though. You just don't know.
You don't know, but
man,
all
he
can
can
do
be
is
a
go
game
with-
changer, no doubt about it. We are very deep, with this offensive line. I do think we go get a guard tomorrow. I think there's a lot
I
of
could see
options
it.
there.
I do too.
I wouldn't be surprised if they wait till the 3rd round, though. I mean, look where we got Jonah Jackson.
We don't have a 3rd rounder.
God, I keep forgetting that now.
Hey, we got a chance of getting Keanu Benton and maybe Osiris Torrance in the same round. Think about that, man.
I mean, it's
Guys.
possible.
That'd be great.
As of right now, before these last 2 picks get though, Osiris
2 more picks
Torrance
tonight. 2 more.
I'm guessing his lack of positional versatility hurt him, because like it seemed like all the tackles who could play guard went in the 1st round. I don't think I saw a single pure guard go.
No, there wasn't. They were all tackles.
Nope, none. 0.
So I mean, even though what's his name was Skronsky was listed as a guard
tight
on
end,
TV, but I think everyone recognizes he can play tackle too.
Tackle.
Like I wouldn't be surprised. It reminds me of when Jonah Williams came out of Alabama, and people kept talking about, who's too.
Jonah Williams, Ohio State. Wait, no, sorry. I was thinking of Jonah Jackson. You're right.
Anyway, out of Alabama, and he and a lot of people thought, he's gonna have to transition to guard at the next level, and then they just plugged him in at left tackle, like. And I think he's been doing all right with who was that?
He's been doing all right. He's been doing he's been struggling.
Well, I mean, and then that's why you have these assessments.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying though, like some of these tackle guard tweeners, people just see the potential and still plug them in at tackle.
Yeah.
And they do okay.
We do have there's 2 more picks. Philadelphia's up. And then Kansas City, and then we're calling it a night. But your grades on the night, instant grades at least. We'll have a grade on the draft in our podcast on Monday. But your instant grade on round 1, Red Dog. If you go first.
A+. I love it. I have no problem with it. Like we got extra resources. We got the guys we wanted, and we're charging forward. We addressed a semi need on offense and upgraded our abilities on offense and added what we've needed at linebacker for so long, dynamic playmaker. So like I'm perfectly fine with it, and we got extra resources. We're picking at 34 tomorrow. I'm super psyched for that. A+.
UJ.
I'm gonna go with it. Just an A, only because of the perceived value issues that people seem to be having with these picks. But I love the picks. I mean, Jamir Gibbs is one of the guys. I picked him at 18, and I wanted him really bad, so I'm happy we got him. And Campbell was a surprise pick to me because I didn't think we'd get him that high. But man, the fact that the Lions love this guy and picked him there, that tells me a lot about the guy. I like our picks. I mean, you can talk about the perceived value all you want. I just love these 2 players, and I think they're going to be great for us. So I'll just give it an A, solid A.
All right, so I'm going to go B. Again, I think we reached in some regards here. And I think and also on who we missed. I wanted Jalen Carter. Maybe, we don't have the insights to those interviews and stuff. We never will. So this is just our opinion. Outside looking in, but I really wanted him, and we are not getting him.
Nope.
I think it would have filled a major need, but also upgrade our defense significantly. Also, I think we could have gone Van Ness at 12 and Gibbs at 18. That was also a possibility. I was very high in Van Ness. I haven't hidden that.
Yeah.
Fair.
It is what it is. But Jack Campbell, I do like the players we got. Like, I like the players. Kind of like what Adam was saying. Like, I like them. Where we drafted them, I don't know. But I think the Lions were looking at 18 at trading back. They must have not got any good offers to maybe go back to the mid-20s. So, yeah.
Abby.
I wish you could.
There it is. Eagles
bask
drafting
in
Nolan
the
Smith
sunlight
at
or
30.
joy of the picks, Z. But instead of
Eagles,
feeling hurt,
Nolan
but-
Smith. All right.
I think you'll be happy come season.
Oh, my Lanta. This Eagles pass rush is just redonkulous.
Oh, they just took Nolan Smith?
My Lanta.
They're gonna have him
They're just
and-
going entire Georgia D-line.
Do they have Hassan Reddick still?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Talk about someone to learn from too and compare your skills with.
Oh
Like
my
I've
gosh.
compared him to Hassan because like ever since that playoff game when Reddick took over, like I thought that's what he reminded me of, that speed, and holy shit.
It's ludicrous.
That's
what
crazy.
The Eagles are they're doing what I want the Lions to do a little bit more of on their D line. Just go. Road Dog, you were mentioning like Charles Harris. I mean, Aquara took a pay cut. If Aquara didn't make the roster, it's not the end of the world because one of these guys could have been maybe a little bit of an upgrade to him.
Maybe. I mean, we still might add a guy like that Keon White or something, but I don't know. I mean, I don't have a problem with what we've done. I don't feel like we missed out on something. We got two guys who I think are going to upgrade our roster immediately.
I mean, they're going to upgrade it. They're going to upgrade it. So,
and here's the thing: they clearly feel they fit the culture. Like, I think it's obvious now that Jalen Carter rung some some alarm bells with them. Like he didn't set them right and feel settled about him, because I think there's no doubt if he had put them at peace on his interview and visit, they would have picked him at 6 because he's that kind of talent. But I think they saw a headache that they didn't want to have to deal with. And
like Adam said too, he saw that he didn't have a nonstop motor, which these guys look like.
Right.
Well, he'll make big splash plays. He doesn't always show the full effort, and that could be a big part of it too, besides the off-field stuff. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like if he doesn't fit your culture, if you're worried he's not going to have that drive to just be great and be nonstop hardworking, then I have no problem passing on him. I don't care how tantalizing his upside is. Like, you might as well just pick a guy like Adabare who has freaky upside, no character concerns. Like, I don't have a problem passing on a guy who you don't feel like fits your culture. I don't think that's missing out on anything.
Fair enough. So Nolan Smith goes to 30, and now we're down to the last pick of the night.
And it won't be Will Levis, I'm pretty sure.
It will not. That'd be shocking. I mean, the Lions could go Joey Porter tomorrow. There's a lot of options.
Yeah, there is.
A lot of options at 34.
Let's see what the Chiefs do. They could.
I mean, Pittsburgh
Porter.
is 32, so Joey Porter could go there. But
Oh yeah, that's right.
they could still go tight end.
Yep.
Tight end.
All the top edge guys went. All but the D linemen except for Cano Benton went.
I don't want tight end at 34.
Joey Porter's the only top cornerback that didn't go.
Yeah.
I don't think a single safety was picked at all.
No, Brian Branch is number 1 safety, and he hasn't gone.
The tight ends, we got Kincaid. And that's it, right?
Kincaid.
I mean,
Did Mayer not go?
no.
Nope, he's still
Dalton
there.
Kincaid is the only tight end who got picked.
I
Yep.
don't feel stellar about tight end at 34.
All the no, hey, Cody Mouch is still out there, Big Z.
Yes, he is.
Could we pick him at the end of the second round?
Maybe.
That might be a fun pick.
I mean, the nice thing is they had
Kincaid went to the Bills.
swipes
That's a bit
tomorrow.
reminder there.
Yeah.
Like anyone they want left, the next three guys on their board or whatever. Like, even if they technically are third rounders, I wouldn't be surprised if they pick this. I just don't know. I'm curious to see who they got. A lot of choices here. 3 picks tomorrow. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah. The Chiefs have a lot of fun picks here. Brian Branch would be a great pick for them.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Safety for them.
They still need cornerback depth. Joey Porter. I don't think Hendon Hooker is going to be picked here, which is working out for my best bet of the night, which is him not getting picked in the first round.
Yeah.
I never understood, to be honest with you. So
I don't think he's going to the Chiefs. No.
Bob just sent us another Jack Campbell quote as well. It's very short. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 words. 1, 2, 3.
You can just say it.
8 words. Sorry.
I'm
so damn proud to be a Lion. That's it. That's Jack Campbell.
Wow. That was poignant. Just say the
yes.
Concise, to the point. I like it.
I was now once a bird, now I'm a lion.
Jeez. Look at that Eagles first round D-line draft picks.
Holy cow.
Ludicrous.
Or front
I
seven.
I wanted the Lions to hopefully trend towards that direction tonight.
I thought so
They didn't
too.
quite do so. Van Ness could have gone at 12. And unfortunately, he went to a division rival. So now I
True.
can't even root for him.
I'm okay with it to get Gibbs. I do like Van Ness, but it's just
You're saying they got the wrong big white guy from Iowa, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean Jack Campbell, similar size, maybe a little lighter.
A little bit, not much.
Similar.
Well, good for the NFL to have the Super Bowl team as a host city because it keeps people around all night.
Well, they're going to do it again next year too.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Let's keep the trend going, Detroit.
Absolutely.
All right.
Okay, who's it going to be?
I still can't believe we got Jack Campbell. I'm like, it's so awesome. Look at that. They put 2 Super Bowl trophies up there and then left a third podium empty for a third one. Man, audacious.
Very clever.
Why is the Kansas City taking so long in the last pick of the night? Let's worry about that.
Watch the Lions trade up. Okay, let's just, for fun to humor it, if they traded up now, who would you want them to take?
Don't trade up.
I'm just saying, if they did, who do you think they would take? Who would it be for?
Darnell Washington.
There you go.
I don't think that would be the guy, but I don't know. Maybe
Who'd
like
you
someone
take?
like Brian Branch.
Brian Branch, Joey Porter.
Maybe Joey Porter. Yeah. Someone like that, probably.
Can't
Hell,
bet.
if Brian Branch is there tomorrow, I would not be mad if we grabbed him.
It's looking that way, depending on who.
I don't know. There's still 2 more picks before
who's
us
pick?
tomorrow.
They're dragging it out to the end.
They are really dragging it out, annoyingly so.
Mozzie Smith gone. Like everything I saw, every
Yeah, that was
single mock
surprising.
draft had him in the second round.
It'd be funny. It'd be funny if they showed the Chiefs war room and all the guys had mustaches penciled on with a marker.
Oh, from the State Farm commercial.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, what the hell are you talking about?
Was Dan Campbell in the war room? So
Felix and Duike. Oh, and Anutike Uzoba.
he's on the later side for a pass rush here, so they'll have to add some weight and stuff.
Well, unless you see him as like a linebacker edge type.
He is a pass first guy, but so that wraps up the first round for us. And I think we've been on long enough, so we're gonna post this
I think so.
podcast.
I think so.
If you stay with us the entire time, congratulations! You are a
Yeah,
really
congrats.
dedicated Blue Kool-Aid drinker, and we
love
appreciate the
you.
hell out of you. We will post this up. We will be back later, early in the week. reacting to the entirety of the Lions draft. We'll give our draft grades. Always a really fun podcast, and we'll go from there. But this is a defining draft for the Lions. They are honing in on talent. They have their board. They stayed true to their board going into the draft. But it's nice. I guess it was nice to see them trade back rather than trade up this year, acquire some extra capital.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought of having a harder available, but nonetheless, I think we're going to wrap it up. So I want to thank first.